was going to say, to just completely unrelated, I want to hear your opinion on it. Jessica Mauboy will represent Australia for the 2018 Eurovision.
Don't know why we are in Eurovision. Why don't we have Australasian Vision?
I was just going to say, there's two sticking points to that.
Who did it last time? Guy Sebastian?
Yeah. I think... Wait, who was the first person that did it? Wasn't it Jessica Mauboy again?
Wasn't it Guy Sebastian? He was the first?
He was one of them that went over.
Didn't Mauboy represent us last year?
We've gone over 3 times. The first time was meant to be like a novelty sort of thing.
This is her second time.
I'm pretty sure this is her second time.
We've got no one else.
I'm not really interested in it.
Farnham.
Look.
I find it weird.
Farnsey.
Bring Farnsey back.
Yeah.
You're the voice.
At Eurovision in Sweden.
All right, no, because we've mentioned Eurovision before. Remember that, was it Denmark or something with the horse head and the ladder?
Oh, no, that was Azerbaijan.
Yeah, that's it.
And they had a horse head on a ladder.
Yeah, so that's Eurovision to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But
And I thought it was German because they were like, had weird horse heads and shit.
no, dude. Someone brought it up the other day, right? Eurovision, Australia is going again for like the 3rd time, and they're taking Jessica Mauboy with her, right? Do you have any thoughts on that whole thing? Number one, Australia, like being in the Eurovision.
Yeah, so thoughts on Australia being in the Eurovision? I don't understand. I don't really like it.
I don't understand.
If it's a European
It's a
thing,
joke.
why are they there?
It's a fucking joke.
Is like China? Does China go?
China, the most Asian country.
Teddy Wang.
Yeah, the most Asian country in Eurovision, dude.
Do they go? No.
Does
New Zealand?
I was talking about it with someone. Right. Apparently, the way it works is SBS pays for like rights, some sort of licensing rights or like membership rights to like some broadcasting network, and that's how we appropriated Eurovision entry. So basically, we're paying to be there, right? Like literally, you can look it up if you like.
Why is it to get our country on the map?
I'm paraphrasing what someone told me, and I take their word.
Well, I
for
mean
it.
that makes sense. Why else would it be? Like that makes sense. Yeah.
Right. And I said, this is a joke. Like, why is Australia... We are so fucking... Like, it makes no sense geographically, it makes no sense politically, and it makes no sense, like, culturally. Like, do you know what I mean? It makes no fucking sense. We couldn't be further from Europe, man. We're near Antarctica.
Dude, New Zealand is the furthest country away from Europe, right?
Yeah.
We have the second.
Yeah.
We're right there.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, you go past Tassie, it's Antarctica.
Yeah.
That's Antarctica.
Yeah.
But it's like a specific sort of genre, right, as well, which we don't really...
Well, no, that's the thing.
It's Europop.
Or could it be whatever?
See, they changed the rules with Eurovision. Like, initially, you had to sing in your native tongue of whatever country you were from. And then, like, that was a steady rule. And then they changed it to, like, you could sing in English, right?
Teddy Wang would have killed it.
Yeah, because they said, all popular songs, you know, all the popular songs, if they're universal, like, if they're English and, yeah, everyone can, whatever. Which made no sense, because then you had, like, Greek singers that were originally born in Germany singing English songs.
Yeah.
Like, how is it? Like, why even have a flag for the country competing? Then it's just anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They just have the European flag.
Yeah, like originally, like Greece has won it like once or twice, and the people that won it were like Greek nationals that were legitimate pop stars in their own country.
Proper.
Yeah. And my one thing was, remember when Lordi won it? When Finland won it back in 2005? They did that metal track.
Lord.
Do you remember Lordi? They had like the big ghoulish fucking They were like,
I'll show you. They're like
Meshuggah, whatever they're called. Remember that metal band? They wear like all the costumes. They're really theatrical. They wear like just costumes, man, like Halloween.
Like Kiss,
costumes.
sort of.
Yeah, but like even further, like they're like, you know what? They're like a Halloween version of Slipknot.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, all that sort of monster makeup and blah blah blah.
Yep.
And I thought it was really indicative of the. Yeah, it was a good representation of the time, right? Because the year they won, I had already heard about Lordi before.
like a smacked out Slipknot.
Yeah.
Oh, I have seen them.
They're a metal band, right? They play metal.
Like a Slipknot on acid, if you will.
Yeah, they're Finnish, and they're a metal band, and they play Christian heavy metal. And everyone came out saying, it's devil music, and how can you let someone like this win Eurovision? It's like, dude, the song was called...
I Love Christ.
Yeah, they were like literally like Christian songs, man. The devil is a loser, like random songs like that. And I thought it was really good because metal generally... all over from Southern Europe to Northern Europe is fucking huge. And then you got Britain, the UK, massive metal. Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, they're all British bands. Then you go to Eastern Europe and there's fucking heaps of metal bands. So I thought it was good because it was a representation of shit that people actually listen to as opposed to some random fuck-off pop singer that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah.
They've just created for the contest.
Yeah.
And then I thought, get fucked. And then I thought about, like, why are we fucking involved just based on money? And then we're sending Jessica Mauboy, who's a fantastic singer. They haven't given her half a chance in Australia. They fucked her off on Idol. Like, I've told you about the deal with Jessica Mauboy. She
was famous, right?
She became big. She didn't win Idol, but she didn't win Idol.
She's probably been the most successful.
Yeah, she's probably been the most successful in her own right. But at the same fucking time, I was setting up work with the producers that initially had found her, like they had discovered her, and they were trying to get her to do this really hard, edgy rock, blues, jazz sort of fusion stuff, and it was really cool. I actually heard like the first raw outtakes of it one day in their studio, just around the corner from here. And then Idol got a hold of her, and then they were trying to package
her up, Dimmy.
They were trying to package her up like some pop singer.
Lollipopped her, Dimmy.
Dude, and the producer said no. Like, we don't want anything to do with it. Like, that's not who she is. That's not what she does. That's so fucking cheesy and fake. Like, fuck that. What she's got now is really organic and will probably hit massive anyway. And they didn't. They stripped her down, made her a pop artist, and they walked away from it. But that's the end of it. She's made this, like... Hey, can you remember any Jessica Mauboy songs? Yeah, exactly.
No, I do know some, but
she's one of Australia's legitimate pop stars. You can't name a single fucking song. I can name one, that Irreplaceable, whatever it was called.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was like a remix of a remix version of it. I reckon just had a really cool hook. Yeah?
Let me quickly look it up, because I know there was one that I liked singing along.
Honestly, Inescapable or Irreplaceable or some shit like that.
There was one I used to like singing along to.
Yeah, there was one Jessica Mauboy track that I actually like and I have, right? Outside of that, you couldn't name a song she's done. But now we're sending an Indigenous Australian to represent a multicultural country like Australia in Eurovision where we have no place being.
Yep.
But, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's like that, then why doesn't Trinidad and Tobago pay for some fucking broadcasting rights in the UK?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Like, Britain is barely in Europe anymore. They're out. Brexit. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It makes no fucking sense. And then, like, you get all the politically biased voting, you know, Turkey's fucking voting for Greece, Greece is voting for Turkey, Greece just forgave Cyprus 10 points, really? Never saw that one coming, you know?
Yeah.
It's all that shit. It makes a mockery of the whole thing. Look, in the spirit of the competition, what the fuck are you doing?
Denmark will give Sweden, Sweden will give Denmark.
Exactly,
It's all
it
the
makes
same
no
shit.
fucking sense.
So these are all their big songs. Never Be the Same.
Okay.
Don't remember it. I couldn't sing it.
Pop a Bottle. You'd know that one.
No.
What Happened to Us?
I remember Fiddy's and Eminem's version of Pop a Bottle.
Yeah.
Crack a bottle. Crack a bottle.
Can I Get a Moment?
No.
No.
The Day Before I Met You?
No.
Burn. I think that was the one I used to sing along to. Burn.
Is that about crabs?
VD?
My crutch burns. Inescapable, Running Back, This Ain't Love, Fallen.
Inescapable, but a remix version of that. That's the one I remember. Yeah. But seriously, like, do you know what I mean?
I want to see that guy that sings that Old School and Hangover in Eurovision.
Oh, wait, is she...
The winning singer guy.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see that guy. Fucking down the rodeo.
Fucking need you now forever. In the wedding outfit as well. What a sick cunt. But as I'm saying, dude, could you imagine Delta Goodrum representing Australia in Eurovision?
Sucks.
Oh.
I reckon it's just a novelty thing. Like, they're fucking sending an Indigenous Australian up there just to prove a point.
Yeah.
Like, look how multicultural.
We're not racist.
Nah. But it makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense. I don't know.
What are you looking up? You look all confused.
Balls deep in Mountboy right now.
She's engaged to a Greek guy.
Yeah.
It must have been love, but it's over now. You know that song?
Yeah, but is that one?
Do you know what I
Yeah,
keep
she did a
saying?
cover of it.
Isn't that Eurythmics?
It must have been good, but I lost it somehow.
Roxette.
Roxette. Roxette! Dude,
Wait.
Roxette!
Nice name drop.
Where the fuck did you pull Roxette from?
Dude.
Yeah, because she sung It Must Have Been Love.
Was it Roxette?
Yeah, Roxette.
Roxette!
1986.
Roxette, man.
Bleach Blonde Mohawk.
Dude, do you remember Roxette?
What was
They're
their
a
most
Swedish
famous one?
pop rock duo.
Dude, what was their most famous song? Roxette.
Listen to your heart.
Oh my
No.
god!
You got the look.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember the look.
Girls. Yeah, I can't remember.
Roxette!
Dude.
Where the fuck did
Na 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 na.
They're Swedish.
Yeah.
Fucking Swedes. Actually, this brings up a good point. I was just gonna, just went to Wikipedia to look up. That is so like late 80s, just on the fringe of 90s.
That awkward period.
Yeah, just
The
that
awkward-
high-gated snare.
The guy on his keyboard?
Yeah, the keyboard. The keyboard player's got like sunnies on and a tight shirt.
Swaying.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you are so correct.
Yeah, man. I can't even see the clip.
And the guitar player got the sunnies on. He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a great song.
When was the song released? 80s.
I'll have a look now.
She had such a rough, rugged, masculine voice.
Yeah, she was that androgynous period, like Grace Jones and all that sort of shit.
Oh,
This song stinks of like the late 80s, early 90s.
You know who tried to copy these guys?
got like
Savage Garden. That's Savage
Savage
Garden.
Savage Garden.
That is Savage Garden.
That is Savage Garden. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, of course I'm right. I've been coming up with some good ones today.
Yeah, man, legit. That is Savage
Snow
Garden.
White, Savage Garden, Roxette. What's going on today?
That's the name of the first part of the episode.
Savage Garden only had one good song, Moon and Back.
Moon and Back was a great fucking song.
88.
88, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fringe of like the 90s.
Yeah.
The dirty period.
That period.
Ace of Base.
Yeah, man, these are all Swedish bands.
That's awesome.
All Northern European fucking bands from the 80s.
Ace of Base.
Ace of Base was I've got the key, right?
No.
I've got the key. I've got the secret.
No.
No. They were I Saw the Sun. And, do you remember that dude? Do you remember that South Park episode with the Iceman? When they discover the guy
yeah.
all the way from 1985. And they're playing all the music from his time.
Yeah, it's like Encino Man.
It's Ace of Base just fucking over and over again.
Ace of Base
The guy's
is
trying to sleep. It's the middle of the night.
What song they play?
They're blaring Ace of Base.
Dude, I'm sure they sung The Secret.
The Sign. There's all that she wants. The Sign
All
and
that
Beautiful
she
Lies.
wants. Here's another baby.
Dude.
They sung The Secret as well, I'm sure.
That South Park episode is gold, man. They've got him pinned down. It's just blaring this music.
That is good.
Here's another baby.
Dude, I'm sure they sung The Sign. Come on.
The Sign.
That is a
No,
sign.
the key. I got the key. I got the secret.
Dude, that's fucking...
Same exact song, just different words.
I can tell you who sang that.
I've got the key to what? Another way, yeah.
Dude, you know what? Like, you know how you just said about that guitarist pointing, yeah, with the sunnies and all that? They're coming out of the drug-fueled 80s, right, where they're trying to clean it up, but they want to stay hard and edgy.
Who was it?
It was Urban Cookie Collective.
Oh!
Who the fuck are they?
It was on McDonald's tape, that's all I know.
Yeah.
Urban Cookie Collective.
Who the fuck are the Urban Cookie Collective?
And who made up that name? Oh my god.
And you got Jam and Spoon.
Yeah, Jam and Spoon right in the night.
Biddy McLean. It Keeps Raining.
What's that?
I have no idea. Some
Keeps
hack-
raining. What are you naming these from?
He's just rattling off names now.
Like, what are you talking about?
Album High on a Happy Vibe.
That's from the
That's
late
Urban
80s.
Cookie Collective.
Is that late 80s or 90s?
I do. That's
I watched this really cool doco the other day on just YouTube. Like, it was a VH1 rip, and it was the glam era of metal from like the coming out of the early 80s.
93.
Like, yeah, it was 93.
They're still around.
Really? It was really cool, man. It was like the rise and fall of like Poison, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses going into the 90s. And they were basically saying how coming out of the like 70s and 80s, rock and roll was changing because of like the drugs and the scene or whatever. Then like Poison and Motley Crue came out and just literally killed the industry. They were like the go-to, and it was all about the LA scene and like all the bands that were massive in the clubs on the LA Strip. No one would have ever heard about them, and then all of a sudden, Quiet Riot made a song, and suddenly record labels were just swamping in like, we need to pick up everyone in here and make money off it. And then they were talking about how the industry was starting to get stagnant. And then, like, right at the end of the 80s, Guns N' Roses came out and did Use Your Illusion and Appetite for Destruction. And every cunt fucking lost it again.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, these guys
It's
are
back.
killing
Like,
it.
music's
Yeah.
back and-
Music's back. And then they start talking about the rise of the grunge.
Yeah.
And, like, Nirvana,
My era.
Pearl Jam,
Faith
and
No More.
Soundgarden.
Yeah.
In fact, Faith No More.
Yeah, and you had
And basically...
Okay.
It's that scene. Have you seen that? You've seen The Wrestler, yeah?
Alice in
Chains.
Chains.
Yes.
Both of you. You've seen The Wrestler, yeah, with Mickey Rourke?
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah, do you remember that scene? I was watching it with Malaka at my house, and because we had watched the movie together, I go, Malaka, do you remember that fucking scene from The Wrestler? I was like, what scene? I go, in the bar. Mickey Rourke and Marissa Tomei nail it right in the head. Like the way... Marissa Tomei? Yeah, she was fucking
Like with a
boxing,
fist or your penis?
Both.
Oh.
Donkey punch.
They start listening to rap. They're in that band. They're in the bar, and they
Yeah.
start listening to like rap, like this classic fucking glam band, right?
Whoa, hell yeah. All right. Come on, baby. Dance
Oh, yeah, she's babe.
Here?
And she's meant to look washed out. She's still hot.
Marissa's like,
Yeah, I've danced to this plenty.
Okay, I'll dance for you then. Okay, here we go.
Look at Mickey. I can't wait till my hair's that long.
You chef?
Hey, man, I need a job. There we go.
Oh, it's a lap dance I'm getting.
Right from the beginning.
Ugh.
This is one of the songs I was going to walk into at the wedding, and I went against it.
Right from the start. You put an arrow through my heart. Round and round.
Mickey Rourke, what a mess.
What a terrible voice he has.
Fucking 80s, man. Best shit ever.
Bet your ass, man. Guns N' Roses, the rule.
Crew.
Yeah.
Def Lap.
Then that Cobain pussy had to come around and ruin it.
Oh, fuck you, Mickey.
There's something wrong with wanting to have a good
I'll
time.
tell you something. I hated the fucking 90s.
90s fucking sucked.
90s fucking sucked.
Bang. Right? Do you know why he said it? Like the Cobain pussy came around, and because I was watching that scene, I remember fuck all from that movie, but that scene always sticks in my head. Because like the glam era was all about like excess, like fucking partying, women, drugs, booze. Like every song was up. Even the ballads were just like these ballads.
Yeah, and Cobain was all down and
then Cobain comes out and is like, life is shit, everything's shit.
wearing a shitty old green
like a
sweater.
flannel shirt.
That green fucking pullover he always used to wear. With holes in it.
Pulled it from a garbage bin, you know what I mean?
Or op shop or something, yeah.
It went like 180, man. And then everyone was into Seattle grunge all of a sudden. Do you know what I mean? So the LA glam to Seattle grunge, high contrast, chocolate cheese.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how like one like artist can just change?
But do you know what gets me though? This is the thing that gets me, right? Fucking Nicky Six. The guy died. Like, we were watching this doco and we were laughing about it because it's insane. The guy physically died.
He was clinically dead.
He was clinically dead. They gave, like, he had heroin shot up, right? Died. They fucking threw him in the hospital. They gave him 2 adrenaline boosters to get him up. And then they said, get the fuck out of here. Like, we're not covering you. Like, there's a drug overdose. You're trying to stay anonymous or whatever, but we can't have you in this hospital. Get the fuck out of here. The guy went home and then shot up again. Well, literally.
He's actually got a podcast. Listen to
Literally,
Yeah.
right? Like, what kind of an animal shoots up, dies, gets brought back to life,
And goes, you know what?
and gets back on it like
That was fun.
half an hour later.
Yeah.
Like, epitome of rock star, yeah? Like, that's just insane. Kirk, and I said it, okay, isn't it interesting? Like, that literally happened, yeah? These guys were just touring in buses, jamming as many birds as they could, just taking every drug under the sun.
But that was the whole LA rock star.
That was the whole LA scene, yeah?
That would be so cool, man.
Kurt Cobain comes out talking about, like, how everything's shit, right? And we're all miserable. Then he literally kills himself because of how miserable everything is. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he reaches a massive fucking audience.
Yeah.
But there wasn't any positivity in it whatsoever. No shining light at the end of it.
Maybe that's why Dave Grohl went to more like positive music when he did the Foo
Yeah,
Fighters.
because he saw his mate literally kill himself over it.
Yeah.
And that suicide note, have you ever read Cobain's suicide note?
I think I have.
I read it years ago, and it was literally like, I don't want my music to become part of a marketing machine.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
It already had.
Then do something about it.
Yeah.
Like, I look at it like, fuck, man, how far gone were you? Like, all these artists are pretty troubled, you know, and that's why they end up killing themselves. But, like, that's fucked up. He killed himself literally because of how depressed he was over the music that he was making. Like, are you serious? I don't know, to me, that sounds ridiculous.
But I guess that's just who he was.
Yeah, he was a very tortured individual.
But he couldn't come out and start singing pop songs because everyone was like, "Who the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck?"
Well, I mean, there's one dude that would never change his style
No.
for anyone.
Well, now he
He
can't.
killed himself over it.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to kill himself over it. Like, he could have just fucking...
Said fuck you to the
Could
man.
have done his style, but just
Yeah.
not sold it to the same people. Like Prince, man. Prince's record label tried to sell Prince's music, like unfinished, this, that, and Prince said "fuck you," so figured out a loophole, made a new recording artist name, and started putting his albums out through that. He's like, "This is how I want my album to sound."
yeah.
Go get fucked.
Yeah.
I won't record it under the Prince name anymore, since seeing as you cunts have marketed it and
The artist formerly known as Prince.
but that's why I did it.
Yeah.
Everyone used to think it was nutty because of that. It's like, no, that was a business move because he wanted to bring out his music the way he wanted it, not the way.
And when did he do that?
It was like, what, mid-90s?
Oh, so around the same time.
Yeah, it was about 95, I think 94, 95, something like that.
Prince era, like the symbol era, like all that shit. Yeah, mid-90s towards end of the 90s. Would have been.
The millennium kind of in between that period.
Somewhere there. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's other ways to go about it.
He said, literally, like you said, fuck you.
Yeah, he
I'll
said,
do what I fuck I want.
And a lot of people have done that. A lot of artists, when their record labels try to put out music that isn't prepared, isn't finished properly, blah, 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 they'll either leak it intentionally online, or they'll bring out especially now with social media, they'll put out a tweet that says, don't buy this fucking album. It's not what I want you guys to hear. It's unfinished. Yeah, and they start leaking the rest of the album, or they leak songs that weren't released. Like, fuck you. Like, ultimately, that's what shits me with record labels.
Would have been way harder to do back in the day.
Yeah. Like George Michael, man. Did you ever read about George Michael's...
I don't know much about George Michael.
I watched that doco that was on TV like a month, 6 weeks ago. I can't remember when it was. And it was about George Michael's story, basically, yeah? And he went to war the same way Prince went to war against the labels. He eventually lost because he wanted to release more music that was just raw and about him. And that was what his whole album... like. Do you remember the clip to... Oh, what's the song that was it with all the music with the models in it? What's the George Michael clip with all the models in it? Fucking hell!
Go outside.
No. That was after. That was after his arrest. That was him making fun of the cops. Yeah. George Michael.
I want penis. Sorry, it's
super glory hole.
This reminds me of something.
You're fucked.
I'm going to write a little note here just to bring something out there.
Freedom! Oh, do you remember the song Freedom?
Freedom!
George Michael Freedom.
He's got the acoustic. Freedom!
Oh, yeah.
You don't remember it? George Michael Freedom, the song Freedom.
Give you what to say!
Oh, I was thinking... yeah, that's a good song. I was thinking of Faith. Limp Bizkit.
Faith. Oh, Faith.
Because you got to have Faith.
That was such garbage, dude. Seriously. I've got the single to that. You remember this song? It's his staple. Like, it's usually his encore song at a concert.
Is this Freedom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Freedom, yeah.
Yeah.
I think other people have done it, covered it.
Oh, probably. You remember this?
I do a pretty sweet cover of it. On the drums.
Won't give you up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, trauma with the smooth lyrics over there.
Hey, I could be a singer. You got stamina? I got the voice, mate.
That's a fuck.
That's why I got to play drums and you got to sing.
The front man and the drummer. Just the two of you in the
drummers
gully.
the drummers at the front in this band.
Yeah.
With the spotlight on him.
It's like kicking the back, man. Straight to the crowd. Straight to the three people that are watching us.
Yeah, man. Your daughter's there. That's about it.
And the barman.
Yeah.
The guy's cleaning a glass.
Shaking his head. It's like these guys.
And there's a guy sweeping the floor.
I wish I'd stopped.
Taking leads out while he's fucking sweeping. Dude, Freedom was all about that. Like him trying to break away from the record label. Because he burns that... You know the leather jacket he wore in the Faith clip?
Yeah.
Yeah, he burns that off. Like well, obviously not the real one, but he burns that off in the music video because he wants to show that he's stepping away from...
See, if he was being serious, though, he should have set himself on fire.
That would have made more of an impact.
Freedom! Dies. But, yeah, that was his subliminal message saying, I want to be out of this fucking record deal. He was putting out all those raw sort of tracks and they didn't like it.
That was his stand.
Yeah, and he eventually failed. So he found, like, he did his bullshit, walked away from the contract, paid all the fines, and then did his own thing when he started with the best of, you know, like that collection or whatever. And then he had songs like Spinning the Wheel, fucking Fast Love, Outside.
Hey, Fast Love, yeah.
But dude, Fast Love came out, what, 96? Think about the songs.
I don't know the song.
You don't do that by
Fast Love is like...
Dude,
Should we have a stab at it?
Full circle. That Fast Love reminds me of Dramana, man. When I was a kid, like in 96, going to Dramana for summer holidays, and I had that on a CD, and I would fucking listen to that like the entire time. That song reminds me of Dramana summer.
96.
Playing backyard cricket and listening to that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Should I have a stab at how it goes?
Fast Love is about...
You can have a stab at it.
Fast Love is about, what's it called? Promiscuous sex. This is honestly one of my favourite... If I had to name 5 top songs, this is one of them.
And this was after, when he came out doing his own thing?
Yeah. This was his breakout, like by himself. You don't remember this song?
Oh, yeah, I know this song. Yeah. Remember that bit? Gotta get up, gotta get up.
Exactly, yeah.
Gotta get my tick up, gotta get my tick
I know
up.
the lyrics to, like, the entire song. I fucking love this song, dude.
Sounds right. He's got his control, and he's just... two different people. Like,
yeah. And the guys, girls, like, it's all just ambiguous.
Oh, I do remember this clip. Yeah, I remember.
yeah. That was Georgie Boy.
Georgie Boy.
Yeah. Dude, great song, but
You learn something every day.
dude, that was 96, yeah? That song is about promiscuous sex. On the same album you had,
Dude, that was around the same time as Kurt Cobain. Talk about chalk and cheese. Oh my god.
when did Kurt Cobain die?
Like 94, 95 or something?
95, so you're coming out of grunge, and then that fucking comes out.
Look at the two polar opposites.
Yeah, and then you had Outside on that song, which was him taking a piss about, like, getting busted jerking off in the dunnies.
Yeah.
So, like, that was, like, man, that's pretty risque, like, lyrics for fucking mainstream pop music in 96. You know what I mean? And at the same time, California
Testing the
Love.
limits.
Yeah, California Love had come out and was starting to smash it up. Tupac was, just died? Dude, Tupac had died in fucking September of that
96,
year.
yeah?
96. That was a big year. Like, music was fucking going, like...
A lot of icons died.
So dark.
A lot of stars.
Such a dickhead, man.
Can't believe this guy died on Christmas Day. What a dick.
Yeah, what did he die of eventually? Pneumonia?
Something like that.
Some shit like that?
On Christmas Day, man. That's fucked.
Yeah, Dean Martin died on Christmas Day as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all fucking have a big night, and then that's the end of it. It would have been...
Christmas Eve just fucking
Dude, I
going.
always said it. Dean Martin would have been up drinking till about 1 in the morning. Drink. And then that's it. Gone.
Final words. Merry Christmas.
You filthy animal.
Why is he now a 20s gangster? What were we going to say? You said you were making a note about...
Oh, yeah. When you brought up Nirvana, it reminded me, I was in Baronia Mall the other day. I was walking around Baronia Mall, and for anyone that hasn't been to Baronia Mall, it is a fucking shithole, like, to the max.
Dude,
It looks like you're stepping back in time, like you're stepping into the 80s, and it's run down.
Is there a Woolies there?
I've got to go to Park Mall. I've got to go to Park Mall to pick up some work pants from Kmart, and I'm
It can't be as bad as Baronia
no.
Mall.
Park Mall's a bit more open and clean, but
Dude, Baronia Mall, like, 3/4 of the shops are closed down, and then there's, like, a guy selling paintings, like knockoff paintings, and then, like, a Best and Less.
knockoffs.
And then the third store that's there is Sight and Sound, which is a CD store.
What's that?
It's a CD store, right? They sell CDs.
So cheap rent, man.
They sell CDs, dude, and they're still there in Baronia Mall, still kicking. And I first went there with my sister when she was in high school to buy Live Tonight, Sold Out in New York or whatever, Nirvana documentary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But it's still going all this time, dude. It's
Is it the same store?
It's the same store, Sight and Sound. And
Serious?
it's like there's no one ever walks into that mall, but it's still operating in there.
Where in Baronia?
He probably does a lot of online stuff too, though, like older CDs. They could be doing, like, you know,
You
that's
walk
how he
in
makes
there-
his money, though.
Dude, you walk in there, it's like full of CDs.
Do you ever think the guy's maybe just selling drugs or something? No, I'm just saying, like, that's his front. Takes a loss on the business.
No, it's actually at the mall, Baronia.
Where is it in Baronia?
Do you know where the 24-hour Kmart is?
Yeah.
In that square?
Yeah.
It's like attached to that.
Oh.
It like makes one of the sides
That's
of the square.
Baronia Mall?
Dude, you know there's a
Dude,
Australian
it's
Post
so
in there as well?
disgusting. It's so,
I want to go up.
it depresses me every time I
Dude,
walk
are
through.
they
I'm just
seriously
like,
the floors?
yeah, that's what I mean. It's about to say it's got that orange floor. Dude, look at it.
Dude.
That's what I said. It's like stepping back into the 70s.
What the fuck?
That's killer.
There's like an old furniture store in there?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and the stores come and they last for like a week and they close down. It's fucking bizarre, dude.
Look at this sick clothing.
That's fucked. That looks like a dirt mall in America.
Yeah, and it's like the clothes are just like random as it's like
Whatever they
almost like a
found.
garage sale.
Yeah,
it's
it's a big garage sale.
dude, but it's a store.
Putting tags on shit.
Literally.
It's a website.
That's weird, man, because that brings me to
doesn't.
something I was going to say. So I was thinking about all this old music and shit, and you know that song that you brought up, what was it called? The Diary of a Dead Man, whatever.
Oh, Medicaid.
Yeah, Medicate. I asked you, how did you find it, right? And I was trying to think, have I discovered any artists purely by just random, like on YouTube or the internet? And how different it is now finding music to say like 20 years ago, right? Because I was cleaning out the old lady's garage over the other day, and I found like a big bag of like tapes, like the Bassif tape.
Yeah.
And I was looking for one, and then it got me thinking about the Bassif tape, because I didn't regret my tat, but I was just like, I'm an idiot, right? And then I thought about it, like, nah, man, it's fucking like old school. It's part of who we were like growing up.
Yeah, it's like lost technology.
Yeah, and the fact that it's labelled Robert Miles Children, for me, that was the reason why I made music. That's how I had it. Like, it's iconic to me, right? It means a lot to me.
Yep.
And then I thought about, like, artists that I've discovered, because, like, the Dreams Don't Come With Silver Lining tat, that's a glam band that I discovered purely online, as in, I still remember the night. I was fucking around on my computer, I was still in Clayton, and then I've gone to, like, related links in YouTube, like I was listening to Kiss or some shit, and then
You saw it.
They popped up. I go, who the fuck are Razor Maid?
I'll give him a chance.
Clicked the first song, and I'm like, these cunts are incredible. Called up Malaka. I'm like, dude, what are you doing right now? He's like, I'm at a glam party, man, I'm fucked. Because that like a 30th themed glam. He was gone. Go, whatever you're doing, walk away, go somewhere quiet, you have to fucking hear this. He's like, alright. And you hear him like stumbling away, gets quiet, alright, go. played the first 10 seconds of this song. He's like, they're fucked. Like, who are they? I go, Razor Maid. I go, they're insane. Send them to this guy, send them to everyone. Now I've got one of the lyrics tatted on my fucking
Razor
arm.
Maid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Now the lyrics are tatted on my fucking arm, right?
Yep.
So I was thinking, how many other artists have I discovered purely because of the internet or like that? Twister is one that comes to mind, like, straight away. I discovered him on Audio Galaxy. Do you remember Audio Galaxy?
I don't remember Audio Galaxy, dude.
Audio Galaxy was one of the first peer-to-peer file-sharing networks.
I remember Napster.
Like Napster, but Audio Galaxy had forums.
And LimeWire.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Napster, Kazaa, and LimeWire
Kazaa,
were all
LimeWire.
around when Audio Galaxy was.
I don't remember
But
Audio Galaxy.
Audio Galaxy had software where you could pick up the download from where it left off, so you wouldn't just cut out and then...
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice feature.
Yeah, that, and they had forums attached to it.
A feature I longed for, Jimmy.
Dude, I found it on Audio Galaxy. And they had forums attached to everything, so people were having discussions about, like, the music, the artists. A lot of new artists broke out through those forums, because, like, people would go to download, like, you know, Tupac's latest fucking song, and then you'd be in there saying, hey, man, check me out, la la la. And it had a lot of attached artists. I've discovered Twister's music like that.
Yep.
Dude, I would never have found Twister's music in a fucking CD shop. It was a purely Chicago artist. Even Americans didn't even fucking know who he was.
Probably a special order.
Yeah, it'd have to be. But, dude, I discovered his shit in, like, 99, 2000.
Yeah.
He'd already been established for about 6 years, but no one would have I would never have found a Twister CD in a fucking CD shop.
Yeah, no.
That's why I'm saying, like, I was going to bring up about the whole technology thing. Like, do you reckon it's better? Like, you discovering that artist on YouTube, I love that fucking song. I'm liable to go out and fucking look for the rest of his music.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
We didn't have that technology fucking 20 years ago. Now,
Well, the best technology for that is Spotify.
yeah, Spotify's like
I
that.
love Spotify. It's great. For
I
finding-
don't use it. I don't use it, but I can see the point of it.
Yeah, it's good.
Do you know what I mean? I find myself Shazamming a lot of shit off other people's Spotify lists
Yep.
and then going to discover my own thing after that.
Yep.
But I was going to bring up a point. I went to Wiki some artist that I'd picked up. I think I went to Wiki that guy. The what do you call it? The dead man thing.
Theory of a Dead Man.
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
I opened up Wikipedia and there was an article, and the first thing I saw in Wikipedia was asking for donations for the use of the app.
Yeah, I've
you
seen that.
seen
I've
that?
seen that as well. It came up on,
Yeah,
on the
it's
website.
been coming up. It's around this time every year when they start fucking asking for shit like that.
It actually full blocked me out the other day. Like, the page I was on, like, fully got
And then I read an
overtaken
article.
by this. Yeah.
I read an article that said, "Do you feel bad about using Wikipedia for free?" I was going to ask you guys the same thing. Do you guys feel bad about using Wikipedia for free? Why? I'm just asking this purely opinion.
Because I pay my phone bill, and I pay for Telstra, and I pay for Wi-Fi, and I pay for whatever I want. If they didn't want it to be free, they should have made it private, and you have to pay to use it.
I don't think about it, but when I see those little pop-ups, I kind of think twice about it.
Why?
I'm like-
I'm not having to guide anyone. Like, I'm just saying, like,
Oh, well, I just think, like,
He's
obviously...
the guy that looks up free pornos.
when was the last time?
That's porn, it's
When was
different.
the last time you paid for porn? Remember, unless it's like an amateur handheld POV shot or some shit, chances are someone had to pay to get that porno made.
I don't think I've ever paid for porn.
So why do you feel bad about Wiki?
Not that I feel bad about it, but I was kind of second guess. I'm like, yeah, well, it's really handy. I use it every fucking day.
dude,
And
everyone uses
if I
Wikipedia.
had to pay for it, I would.
Like, if you had to pay $1 for subscription, you
Yeah,
would.
I'd do it.
Yeah, same.
Straight
I would
away.
do it, but they didn't do it from the get-go.
You
If
don't
I-
have to.
if I had to pay-
It's in your own heart to pay.
If I had to pay $50...
And my heart is black.
It's like the Simpsons when they go to the museum.
It's the black heart.
Suggested donation, $5. What does suggested donation mean?
So I don't have to?
Yeah. And you think people are going to pay out of the goodness of their heart? Good luck, lady.
Yeah.
You're going to need it.
If Wikipedia came out with the $50 subscription fee for the year, straight away.
I've gone
because
to-
I use it every day.
Yeah, but look, I've gone to places. I've gone to like places where it says, you know, before you walk in, maybe a gold coin donation or whatever, and I'll do it. But Wiki should have done it from the get-go, man. I'm not going to give them my card details. You know what I mean? I don't trust no one, mate.
No, it'd be pretty legit. You can imagine a big site like that.
Yeah, but don't you think they should have done it from the start? Like, you sign up for $1 and that gives you like a year subscription, or $5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, we pay for Spotify, right?
Yeah, you can or you can't. If you choose not to pay for Spotify, you just get ads come up every now and then between songs, and you can't like skip through the songs. There's like little restrictions within the app.
Well, you can't skip a song. You have to listen to the whole
Doesn't
thing
it have
in its
like
entirety.
a minimum, maximum skip?
Yeah, you get like a few skips.
I think
then
it's
you-
5 or something, and then after
Well,
that,
you have to listen to whatever they play.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah, but that's free, dude. Like you can listen to anything you want for free, and all you have to deal with is an ad every now and then pops up, and you can't skip through the songs. But if you pay for it, which isn't that much, then you...
What do you pay for Spotify? I've got no idea.
it's like, I think, $15.
You pay it?
A month?
I don't know. No, actually, I can't remember. Let me look it up.
I don't look. For me, it's like it's another streaming service that we pay for, like Stan, Netflix, Foxtel. I've got no idea what all this shit costs. I don't fucking do it because I don't watch TV. And like I said, with Spotify, I don't like listening to shit I don't want to listen to, so I don't use Spotify where they just come up with your own playlist and shit. Like, does that make sense? I'd rather spend time.
Would you pay for Wiki?
Well,
What do you mean it comes up with your own playlist?
like, you know, when like suggested playlists and blah blah. If you're paying for it, if you're not. Like, does that make sense? A lot of people with Spotify, I've seen this skipping through all the fucking songs. Like, I fucking hate this song, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, why are you listening to it? I can't stand that shit. No. With Wiki, I thought about it, right? They wanted to keep Wiki ad-free in order to avoid biases in the information. Because they wanted to be an encyclopedia where everyone can... Like, you and I, we could all write a Wiki page, and it'd be up for review. And then, like, you know, if we come up with a fact that someone's missed in a Wikipedia page, we can put it in, and then they review it and say, yep, that's a viable fucking bit of information. So it's essentially an open source encyclopedia. And with the internet, it's probably the best thing we have. Actual verified fucking information that isn't swayed by anyone.
Yep.
Right? So it's independent, and with ads come... people appropriate, and then you're obligated to fucking mention shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
you can't write a negative article about Coke because Coke is paying for, like, you know,
Exactly.
ads.
Yes, exactly.
So that's what they want to do, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, we need donations to keep it running. Like, all right. So you're telling me I don't know how many people Wikipedia employ. I've got no idea. Like, you can look it up online. And I'm looking at the guy that runs Wikipedia, right? And so I was like, we need your money to, like, keep it going. I'm like, fair enough. Now I thought about it. Does he have a job? Does he work like 9 to 5 and then do Wikipedia in his free time? Or does he make money off Wikipedia enough to sustain a living? No, I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought about it, right? It's like, okay. So you chose to create this open source. Yeah, you chose to fucking put the things in, which is a great thing. Wikipedia is fucking brilliant. I use it all the time. I want to know if you're living day to day and you're not working a 9 to 5 in order to fucking... do Wikipedia.
I think that would be the case.
Do you reckon he's working another job?
No, I don't think he's working another job.
It's safe to say
he's not working another job.
He's not working a 9 to 5.
Imagine the amount of like people that use Wikipedia, dude.
Yeah.
Like billions.
Right? So it's safe to say he doesn't work a full-time job. He doesn't work anything. This is his full-time job. It's like the podcast, yeah? We spend 3 hours like, say from the minute you get up to come here to go home, that's like a 6-hour trip, right? I mean, 3 hours here, hour in or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then I spend another 6 to 8 hours fucking editing it, doing the social media. That's a full day's work so far. Just in the editing and social media part. Not including what I have to do after that. Not including setting up the website. Not including fucking all the other shit. No one's paying me to do that. But this is still going up because I want it to go up. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right?
Like, we're not hitting people up for donations, but if you're out there...
Yeah, I'd love to get paid to do this or audio work or whatever. But I'm still working a 9 to 5, whether I like it or not. If I was making enough coin to not work a 9 to 5...
Then you wouldn't be asking for more money.
I wouldn't be asking for a cent for this podcast. I wouldn't put ads up, and I wouldn't be asking for a fucking cent. Because I'd be happy doing this and audio work.
And you got to think whoever is actually running Wikipedia is probably pretty well off.
Yeah.
And they probably don't need
I don't think he's living in his mum's basement and working midnight shifts,
it's
at the local
Wikipedia.
supermarket.
Everybody knows
He's
Wikipedia.
drinking gold leaf tea.
Out of a mug with gold, like... You know what I mean?
Just quickly, I've got the Spotify Premium. Get 3 months of Premium for 99 cents, right? And then after that, it's only $11.99 a month.
$11.99 a month for, like, music.
Dude, that's cheap.
That's cheap.
It's like less than one album, and you can listen to anything you fucking
that's
want.
Cheap. I don't dispute that.
Last night I was listening to the new Newfound Glory album.
Who?
Newfound Glory?
I think I remember that name, but I couldn't name a song. Sorry, man.
Newfound Glory, man.
I'm just saying, like with Wikipedia, like in that sense. Like, dude, it's run by volunteers, but tell me who's out of pocket with Wikipedia. If the guy that... What's his name? Dr. something? You know what I mean?
Jeff Wiki, I think.
Jeff Wiki. When you say the name Jeff, I think of... Automatically, I think of... He was one of the Mormon cunts that had like 8 wives and like 20 kids from like underage girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think of this dude.
Because they had that really tall, elongated face. Yeah. The really skinny... Really looks like a real Jeff. Like, bad.
I think of this real dirtbag I went to school with.
Dirtbag? Yeah. What do you mean?
Jeff? I used to bash his girlfriends and stuff. Jeff. Yeah.
You bashed his girlfriend?
No, he used to bash his own girlfriends.
Did you guys do anything about it? Well, it makes you guilty too.
Name.
Hey, I didn't. He wasn't a friend of mine, but I used to know him.
Have you seen the guy at work?
If he was a friend of yours, you still wouldn't do anything.
I was going to bring this up, but I didn't know how to go about it. Have you seen the guy? You've probably heard about him. There's a guy at work. He's a sex worker.
As in, like a male gigolo.
As in a gigolo, a legit gigolo. He's got. I'm not going to say his name on the podcast.
No,
Why is he working in a factory?
Dude, I won't say his name on the podcast.
Why is he working in a factory?
To be legit.
But it's not like he hides it either. He promotes it, and he's got a name. I'll tell you guys. His name's.
That's mad.
He changed his name based on his work, legit, because someone mentioned his name to me, and I'm like, you're kidding. It's like, look it up, because I've got the computer terminal in front of me with all the shit. I've got access to that. So I've pulled up, like, the names of the workers, looked it up, I'm like, holy shit, that's his actual name. Dude, he's a legit gigolo. And that work is like a mother's club, man. Anything spreads like wildfire. Like, bad.
I've never heard that rumour.
Yeah,
But I work
dude,
the graveyard
probably
shift.
Oh my
Works
god,
the
he's got a full fucking website, dude.
Yeah, but he doesn't hide it. I thought, man, what a funny cunt. Like, he's a legit
picture.
gigolo.
Yeah, show me the picture, Trolman.
I was going to say, should we send him an application for Johnny? I haven't spoken to the bloke. I've seen him. Like, seems nice enough. Like, I haven't got an issue with him.
You know him?
I don't know who that guy is, Jimmy.
Yeah, no. He works day shift, so like 9 to 5 or whatever.
That guy.
Yeah.
He looks like a front man of like a duck
Glam metal band.
Yeah, man.
It's like I think I might know who it is, but I don't. If
Yeah,
it's him or
no,
not.
you wouldn't.
You know what's funny? You're gonna see him now, and be like,
Dude, I'm serious. It's spread like wildfire. Like, everyone's... And, like, you can find photos of him with his dick out, like, all types of shit.
Has he got a big hoggy?
I don't know. I only saw one photo quickly.
You'd have to have a decent hoggy if he's a sex worker,
dude,
right?
he's been doing it since 2006. Yeah, it says date joined this modelling thing 2006.
Yeah.
I love it. Shoot nudes, yes. Experienced, very experienced.
I just thought about it the other day, like, as in technology, like,
I
everyone...
was expecting like this big brash golden like
No.
god-looking dude. He looks like
I love to do my work
Paid
with
to have
passion always.
Dude, I'm not having a go at the guy.
No.
I just thought it was
you know
funny.
what? Good on him, man.
Yeah, like, he's pretty brazen about it. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. Like,
That's
everyone
sick.
knows.
Yeah.
Like, he's bragged about it. Would you brag about it if you were a gigolo? Or would you keep it quiet?
If you had a big hoggy.
No, it wouldn't make a difference.
you'd have to have a big hoggy.
Yeah.
Right? You'd have to have a decent hoggy.
Okay, well, without, like,
Okay, so he's
like
got a
judging the guy,
All
I'm just saying.
He's got a decent hoggy. That's
Would you, if
established.
you did sex work, would you promote it?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be ashamed of it. I wouldn't care. to tell
Really?
people, yeah.
Really?
Why not?
This guy has no shame, dude.
Yeah, true.
Why not though? Like, what's
No, but like,
I bang chicks, they give me money. What of it? Serious.
no, I'm not judging anyone.
Oh, you're houseboy, right?
What of it? I bang chicks that give me money. What of it? You're such a scumbag.
Why don't
Obviously,
I
you
don't
know what?
see like what,
He's
what-
not not stupid though. He's got his 9 to 5 everyday life, and then at night he makes some extra coin.
Yeah.
But he legit
I have
changed
to
his
censor-
name.
I have
What
to
was?
censor his fucking name out of everything now.
Yeah, it's all right. Censor
What,
it.
is
No.
it-
Censor
I have
it.
to censor his
just
name.
to protect him as
Yeah,
well. Like,
it's not fair.
you know, we don't want to.
Like, look,
yeah.
he promotes himself, but I...
Wait, you can say his sex name, right? That's fine.
Yeah,
that's his real name.
Dude, he legit changed his
I
name.
looked in the system.
Depot, man. Depot.
See, this is the thing. I looked up... someone came up to me and said, have you seen this new bloke that's working here? I'm like, no. Okay, his name is, get fucked. Okay,
Sorry, I missed that part where you said he actually changed
yeah,
his name.
I said get fucked.
Okay.
You know,
Deaths,
the
deaths,
checking terminals.
Deaths, births, and marriages, man. He changed his name.
Have you got? I mean, you check as well. Have you got access to like assigning people to like shit, and you bring up their like names, user IDs, all that?
Yeah, I can like unlock them and shit and stuff like that.
you know all that.
Yeah.
And then you can literally get a short list of every worker in the warehouse at that time, and blah blah blah. So I've gone into the back end and I've looked at it. I'm like, sure enough, there it is. I'm like, get fucked. Like that's actually his name. He changed it because of his career. To protect himself, I think his family as well, because he wasn't
Absolutely,
at odds with them.
yeah.
So he actually legally changed his name to that.
Wow.
And then someone did a Google
What a
search.
name.
I can't remember how it came about. I can't remember if someone just Googled it randomly, or he mentioned to someone that he was a gigolo, and so they looked into it, and then it just spread, like his Twitter account, like blah, 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 blah,
But he
blah.
still comes in 9 to 5, does his job.
Yeah.
Good on
And
him, man.
That's the thing. I haven't spoken to the bloke to clear...
The air.
Like, to clear it on air. Yeah. This is what he does, this is who he is. If I spoke to him, I probably would have mentioned it, like, dude, can I talk about this on the podcast? And if he said, yeah, go ahead.
You should hire him for Bobby's birthday.
Giving lap dances and hand jobs. No, I'm just saying.
Come to Johnny's Bash with special guest.
Special guest. Special guests confirmed. You're such a dick.
Free ass poundings at the back, guys.
Ass pounding. Like literally cunts lining up to get jammed. What's wrong? You're fine.
I'm picturing a line of dudes with their pants down, bending over towards the end. All right, gotta make this quick.
There's going to be so much censoring and editing.
Sorry, man.
You can't.
Maybe like call him and say, "Hey, dude, we mentioned you. Can we?"
Mate, let's get him on the podcast.
Well, his number's there.
Dude, let's get him on the potty for a quick segment. Like, just as
I've been wanting to get into
no,
that.
to look into the world of gigolo.
I've been wanting to get into that industry so I can ask him live on the podcast. What do I need to do? Like,
Dude, seriously, and you can get an insight in what's his routine. Like, what does he do? Do they call him? Does he go cold calling?
Cold calling? Hello, is this Jenny Wang? I'm a gigolo based in the southeast.
I was wondering if you'd like some wang.
I've got a big huggy here.
Just calling up random birds. Just random numbers.
Yeah, man.
Hello. Oh, hi.
Is Melissa there?
The fuck's this?
Just wondering, just a quick survey. Hello, I'm Melissa. Just wondering, I got a massive dick. Did you want to maybe
Get a piece of it at a price?
Who is this?
Imagine that.
If you boys want, I'll approach him and ask him if he wants to get on the podcast.
Dude, I'd love to, but in all seriousness, I'd love to have him on.
Do I approach him at work or do I just message him or call him or something?
No, just message, don't do it at work.
No, I'll text him.
Yeah, don't do it at work because it's two separate things. I reckon just go to him, dude, we do a podcast. You can remain anonymous. Like, we'll bleed his name out now and stuff after like 400 people hear it. Yeah, we'll get him on and just we'll say, what's the deal?
What's the deal?
What's the deal? Look at him, he loves it. He wants to know. Like, how do you make money from, like, you know, he must have some serious confidence, man.
Well, you'd have to be, man. If you were a sex worker, if you were a sex worker not on the streets, but like...
Maybe we could do a live
Demo on you?
dick by dick and see if I measure up to the job.
You're fucked.
Measure up to the standards.
That's what this has come down to, you measuring up to some random dude.
Some escort.
Why don't we call another escort?
Can we compare hoggies to see if I can do what you do?
I don't think it's got anything to do with that, dude.
No.
Women...
Charisma.
Oh, you reckon it's all about the love?
Dude, I've read a bit into it. Women generally hire escorts for different reasons, man. Like, they still want to get ploughed, but some don't.
Well, I'm guessing he's a plower. He doesn't look like the type's going to take you out and
I'm
wine.
just-
How do you know?
I'm just saying.
He's got like
It's like,
fucking
dude,
studs on his wrist
I've
and
spoken
shit.
to sex
He's
workers
going to have a
before.
nice wine and a steak with fucking
Hey,
long metal hair.
I've spoke to female sex workers before, and they've said to me that a lot of their clients are literally just high-profile business dudes coming in from out of town that just want a date for the night. They literally want a woman to go to dinner with.
Which might or might not include sex, but if it
who
doesn't...
plays the girlfriend role and just listens to their
Yeah,
shit.
see how it pans out. And if,
No,
Yeah,
like,
but if
literally
you can
just-
do that and make money, why wouldn't you?
It's just companionship, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you think about these think about these execs that go, like, city to city, spend, a day every month in their own house.
Yeah.
They can't have a normal relationship, but they just want guaranteed female companion to just bounce ideas off. You know what I mean? No, I'm serious.
What would your name be, Johnny?
oh, I'm going to have to think about that. Let me think.
But he gives it that skater boy kind of feel. Bobby Levine.
Bobby Levine, as in Avril Lavigne. Oh.
You're a
Has
skater
to be
boy.
tougher.
He
Has
got
to be
his
tougher
name
than
from
that.
a chick? Like, seriously?
Yeah, I know. It has to be tougher than that, dude.
That's like Marilyn Manson. He got it off from Charles Manson and Marilyn Monroe. Yeah. But Marilyn Manson's...
His name would have Steel or something in it.
Trent Steele.
Trent Steele. Max Power. From The Simpsons.
That's already been done, though. It has to be original.
Huh?
Has to be original.
Yeah. Derek Plow.
I don't know. I thought like you...
Jonathan Plowman.
Jonathan.
There's actually a Plowman that plays for Carlton.
Oh, yeah.
Lockie,
there is.
Lockie Plowman.
There's a plowman that plays for Carlton.
Jonathan Plowdog.
That's really cool, man. I had no idea about that.
Man, seriously, I'd love to get him on and just the inside of everything because he'd have some stories, man, of like different.
Since 2006,
Dude,
imagine what he's seen.
he's seen 11 years of escorting.
Imagine
man.
what that hoggie's seen.
Dude, 11 years of escorting. Imagine he comes on and goes, well, I haven't really had a client yet. You're like,
out his ads.
No one's called me. I'm waiting.
He puts out his ads. You're fucked, man. Seriously. I was going to say, did you guys hear about this guy that faked his death to prove his wife had hired a hitman to kill him?
No.
It popped up like a month ago. I keep forgetting to fucking say it to you. Oh,
People have too much time, man.
hang on. Man fakes death. I got to find the article. People set up why.
Seriously, people have fucking got too much time, man.
Boxing coach Ramon Sosa.
Sosa!
Seriously, Ramon Sosa fakes own death and even stages his execution to prove his wife hired a hitman to kill him.
To prove.
Yeah. Like, dude, look at the photo of him. He's in a grave.
Bound and gagged in the bottom of the grave.
Dead in the grave, like makeup artist and shit. Basically,
Did he do the makeup?
dude, he joined forces with detectives to prove that ruthless Maria Lulu Sosa was offering 1,500 quid to have him killed.
Weird.
Former pounds. It's pounds. Former gym owner Ramon said unwittingly she had approached a guy called Gustavo to see if he could organise the hit without realising we were friends. I knew him because I'd coached him. He'd been in trouble in the past. At first he called and said he needed to see me because someone wanted to kill me. I thought he was joking. Then we devised a plan for him to wear a wire, tape it, offering money to have me killed before turning the evidence over to the cops.
Yeah, why didn't they go with that plan?
And then, well, they did. Then they said,
It's really ghetto.
her plans were thwarted after he hid a microphone inside his clothing tape the next meeting before handing incriminating evidence into Houston cops. It's quid because I'm reading it from a UK website. He was in Texas. Lulu's plans to employ a hired killer came as a massive shock to Ramon, who, after meeting her in a Texan salsa club, Mi Luna, in 2007, had been intoxicated by her beauty. The divorced father with 3 children soon wooed her, married her in 2010. Anyway, until the wedding, the only difficulty had been that as a Mexican, every few months, Lulu had been forced to return home to renew her visa. Marrying US citizen Ramon entitled her to a green card. Life ran smoothly until financial troubles when the gym struggled and that strains on the relationship.
Oh, that old story.
Yeah, and then it was mid-2015 when his mate called him and said, hey, like, your wife's trying to hire me to kill you. Yeah.
Top bloke, for letting him know.
Yeah. After recording
Didn't take
his
the money.
meeting with her, where Gustavo pretended to know 2 hitmen, we took the tape to the cops. They came up with a plan. They said they had to pretend... They asked me to pretend to be dead so we could show the pictures to her and get a response, like to hand over cash. So they painted him up.
Wow.
And so made it look like he'd been shot through the temple. Then they drove to the Texan desert, buried a shallow grave, which they'd already dug. Lying in the dirt, pretending to be dead was terrifying. Dead set. Taking photographs of the morbid scene, which now have been released, they made sure Ramon stayed in a hotel for 3 days and then showed her the photos. So a hitman who was actually an undercover cop met her in a parking lot, showed her the photos. She apparently laughed. And then but then the last laugh was on him because Lulu pleaded guilty to solicitation of murder. So they needed like that core bit of evidence. It's enough to say on a tape like, oh yeah, I want him dead. But like they showed her photos of him perceivably dead.
Yeah, because if her reaction was like, what the fuck is that? What's going on? Then they'd know she's not. Yeah, okay.
But no, they show the photos.
Still pretty fucking elaborate, isn't it? And from the detectives as well, like to do that. Wow. I didn't think they'd go into something like that. They'd do something.
She goes on, yeah, but like, how many technicalities could they fucking get off on? Like, I never had it, I never said it. It was we were just joking around. Like,
yeah,
they take every case and then just start tearing it apart and like just find ways to grab. Dude,
well, that's actually good police work. They went beyond and above to fucking get it. Yeah.
Do you remember the Bogans that fucking raped the girl with the ID? She had like a disability where she had the internal brain of like a thought process of like a 9-year-old girl. They literally roofied her up at a party. She was the only girl there. And they just ran a train on her. These Bogans in Sydney somewhere or Queensland. Did you see it?
Oh my God.
It was all over the news.
I didn't see that.
The one dude that like initiated the whole thing, he got like a couple years or whatever. Jesus Christ. Then like one of them literally got a suspended sentence. He was akin to the rape, like standing next to her filming the fucking thing.
So they're just banging a mentally challenged person.
She was off her block, didn't remember anything until footage. It was a stolen GoPro or something. As in like the GoPro turned up like in a cop shop or something with the footage and like, dude, you were raped. She had no recollection of it because she was roofied. Like they fucking gave her beer with like all types of fucked up shit. She was like 16.
That's fucked up.
This happened like 2 days ago, like the case.
Really inhumane.
But the guy that filmed the fucking thing literally got a suspended sentence, walked away. I'm not even joking. Dude,
that's
the
fucked up.
Australian
That's
justice
fucked up.
system.
That's fucked up. That's like so inhumane. Like that's.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Not only did you like assault this mentally challenged person, but you drugged her as well before. They should.
And they filmed it.
They should be
and
gone.
literally had dudes lining up in the room. Dude, but they got suspended sentences.
That's not a right person, whoever did that. Like, that's...
But that's
you know
what I'm
I mean?
saying,
Like, that's
man.
a really fucked
The
up person.
Australian justice system is
No, it's out of
fucked.
whack, man. It's fucked.
The Australian justice system is fucked for that to be allowed to happen, and then one guy serves 3 years and then has to register as a sex offender. Dude, how is that just punishment for sexual assault?
You have to watch Law Abiding Citizen. You really do. It's so good. But yeah, dude, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
But dude, how would you feel if you were a fucking victim and that's what you're, like, the people that fucking drugged you and raped you?
Just seeing them walk away. It's all good.
$3,000 fine. Dude, look it up. I'm serious. Hang on a second, man. This happened, like, literally a couple of days ago. I thought I'd saved the article, but I didn't. GoPro. I'll try and find this fast.
I wonder if the penalty would have changed depending on whether or not she was mentally challenged or not.
As in, would the penalty be worse?
Would the penalty be worse if she wasn't mentally challenged?
This guy, you don't remember this guy's face?
I do remember his face.
Fucking bogan. Tristan Carlisle Watson, right?
Watto.
Finally, yeah. Bad.
Nice work,
Dude,
Watto.
a man who filmed his mates gang raping an intoxicated, intellectually disabled 16-year-old girl has been sentenced to at least 5 years. Dude, Aidan Devereaux.
That's a bit better.
Look at the names. Aidan Devereaux.
5 years, I feel
Aidan
like that's
Devereaux
kind of fair.
Was supported by more than a dozen family and friends when he was sentenced in the New South Wales District Court to 7 years and 6 months with a non-parole period of 5 years for 2 counts of sexual intercourse without consent in company on the girl at a party at St Clair in Western Sydney. Judge Chris Hoy described how Devereaux used a GoPro camera to record a 17-minute film of the attack on the barely conscious girl, who could be heard on the footage saying, "Let's go, who is up? She will do us one by one. Nah, bro, one by one, we'll all get a fuck. Let's get this party started, cunt. Respect the line, next. Like, as he's pushing people on. Dude, look at these cunts. These fucking streets. Kurt Stevenson was found guilty of rape. Then, yeah, that guy, he was like the ringleader. 5 males were gathered around a naked, intoxicated, sometimes asleep 16-year-old girl, taking turns. Like, literally. Dude,
Did they all get prison sentences?
one of them got, like, literally a suspended sentence. I was, like, losing my shit.
Just the ringleader.
Yeah. I was fucking losing it. He's gone to jail for 5 years, and then 3 men were found guilty. One guy, like, literally had fuck all. Dude, it was fucked. Like, I'm like, that's disgusting.
Speechless.
Dude, if that was your daughter or your sister or something.
They should all go, like, just
Dude.
same penalty.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the fucking reporter that got 3 years suspended sentence, $1,000 fine for declaring on fucking, like.
Pedo. He loves being a pedo.
Yeah. He wants to fuck an 11-year-old boy. 3 suspended sentence, meaning, like, as long as he
we'll
stays
give him
out of.
$1,000 fine.
Yeah, and $1,000.
And he was on pedophile websites.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Whereas
actually
when I ran
active on
when
there.
I ran the red, I got $450 fine and a year suspended sentence. How is that fair? Then these guys raped the bird. One of them got a suspended sentence of like 7 months and got let off like $2,000 fine or something. Dude, if that was, I thought about it. If that was my son, I'd literally cripple the cunt and so like he would have permanent reminder of what the fuck he's done.
You'd want to disown them, wouldn't you? Because that's just
Your own son. Like, think about it.
That's fucked up.
Imagine if that happened to. Imagine that happened to someone you knew, or someone you knew had done it. You would fucking like bury him.
Yeah. If it was someone close to you, you'd want to kill those cunts.
Yeah,
for sure.
you'd fucking break their legs. These guys just walk away like they were laughing,
Yeah.
dude.
You would be laughing, wouldn't you? Getting off.
I was thinking about it. Who do you go to complain about that sort of shit? Who would you go to speak to get justice for that sort of stuff?
You wouldn't. They'd look
Stand
at you
out.
and be like, "It's to do with the courts and
Yeah,
everyone
because
knows."
there's a law
stay,
where
stay out of it.
you can't be retried for the same crime, like in America. You know
Double
what I mean?
jeopardy.
Yeah, you can't be retried for the same crime. Like damning evidence could come through. It's like, well,
It's already been
The
done.
most you
man.
could do is probably stand out in front of the courts with a sandwich board saying, "We want justice."
literally.
That's all you.
And you get laughed at. How fucked up is that? But what are the steps? Like, I'm just asking. Like,
That's what I always think about. Like all the systems that are in place. It's so hard to get anywhere. Like because it's so compartmentalized or whatever. Like it's hard to reach someone of importance.
yeah, I was going to say Ristevsky was finally charged with murder.
The
yeah, have you
husband.
read it? I only saw it on a headline. I can't remember
I
where.
saw it in the headline and I just thought, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it this morning.
The Karen Rutevsky.
Oh yeah, my mum was
Where it
cheering
was.
about that.
I think the husband.
She's like, "Oh my god, they know the killer." She goes, "I said it was the husband all along. I bet you I'm right." She doesn't remember.
Yeah,
her saying
husband
that.
of Melbourne mother Karen Ristevsky, whose body was found in the bush lane in February, has indicated he will plead not guilty to a murder. How? How can you plead not guilty to a murder? Dude,
It wasn't me.
they looked at it.
But they caught you in the bushes.
It wasn't me.
Dude, they seized his like laptop or tablet or phone or whatever, and
you
it
with
was
the bloody-
Google search. There was Google search results of how to get rid of like a dead body,
Yeah.
how to use lime. You know?
You think you'd like delete it?
Yeah, like
Delete delete history. Like, just right-click, delete
But
history.
they found you with a bloody t-shirt. Was me. Found you with a machete. Was me.
That's it.
We saw you digging her grave.
Was me.
They did. Dude, their current affair were out there and they ran into his brother. Remember they were there for like an unrelated,
And they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, they literally
He's
ran
like,
into the guy's brother. Yeah, they ran into her brother-in-law. You don't remember that? Literally blasted God air for 20 seconds.
Didn't have a chance to like for the. Didn't have a chance for the ACV to even kick in. It was just a fan.
Might get a haircut today.
Yeah, I need to go get one as well.
I need to clean up, man.
I'm not. I'm growing mine. Can
Are
you
you?
tell?
It's growing. Take your hat off. I've actually seen you without a hat on.
Come on, dude. Just
man,
fucking
it's
do it.
There's no one else.
You know my job.
I'm not taking
Do it,
photos
or we're
of you,
going to
man.
hold you down and
I
do
know.
it.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, before
won't
you
hold
leave, just trip you over and just jump on you.
No, I don't do that.
Dude, just do it, man.
Don't be a hack. Like, seriously.
If I'm not going to wear my hat, it has to be just prune.
Dude, it's us.
You're a dumb cunt.
Stop bringing up my deep-seated issues. Talked about that.
It's a hat, man. It's us. Are you serious? Yeah, of course we are. No, seriously. Dude, just fucking take... We want to see it.
Nah, it's all good.
Do you want to hear a
It's a
fucking...
work in progress.
Dude, do you want to hear a fucking fun fact that I saw the other day?
Here's a fun fact.
Yeah. All I Want for Christmas Is You, right, by Mariah Carey. That earns her about $500,000 in royalties each Christmas. Can you imagine that, man? You record a shitty Christmas jingle like 20 years ago, and it gives you $500,000 every year without even doing
Like, guaranteed, you know that there's $500,000 there.
Dude, why would you do anything else? No, like, seriously.
You're a greedy scrag.
A greedy scrag.
Lash out on Mariah.
Oh, it's that time of year. Have you started
It's that time of year.
Have you started hearing all the shitty Christmas jingles yet?
Yeah, I walk into the supermarket.
Yeah, supermarket.
I think there's Buble.
Oh,
I'll be honest, Bublé's Christmas album is the only one that I actually have owned. And that's because I was at someone's house. Maybe it's because I was drinking. I was at their house, like, for a party or something, and they were playing it. I'm like, yeah, I want this. Because it's a crooner album. Yeah, but...
my sister
It's a merry little Christmas.
No, well, it's Bublé.
smooth.
Bublé's fucked. I don't know. It started...
Not a fan.
It's the downfall. It's only down from here.
I don't know about you guys, man, but I'm not feeling the Christmas spirit. You know, I'm kind of over it. I'm actually over the
Well,
Christmas in
we
general.
put our tree up, we put the lights up, but we haven't put the ornaments up yet.
Who's going to do that? He just shrugs.
Rain can do it.
You don't make a big deal about it at all, though. Like, still, like, just not.
No.
Not in your family?
What about with Indy? Do you like...
Yeah, actually, that's something I was going to ask you. Yeah, Indy.
I do it for her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get the Santa photo?
We tried to, and like just the other week, and she didn't want to borrow it.
Why?
She didn't like him.
You didn't like, why?
She didn't like Father Christmas.
It's a big fat dude in a beard?
Yeah, she's like, I don't like him, Dad. I'm like, that's all right, I don't either. All good, let's go.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's mad. That's actually mad.
Yeah, she didn't want to borrow it, so I'm like, cool, me too, baby.
Let's get out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Just see him shuffle off.
Nah, she will not go near him, dude.
He's got like 2 shopping bags with soda water and Pringles. Out of here.
Hey, I don't eat Pringles.
That scumbag dad in the crowd. That's not going to be me, man. I'm with the biggest fucking Grunge with the Santa shit.
I do it because it's like just fun for her, like, but she doesn't really care about it. Like,
I think once she gets more into primary school, I think she'll, with other kids, maybe she'll start saying, oh, Dad, can we do this for Christmas?
Yeah, I was going to say,
Maybe.
what's your stance on like the Easter Bunny? What other bullshit myths do we sell our kids? Santa, Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy.
I think we talked about
Boogeyman.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I think we talked about this earlier, and I don't get the big lie. Like, I don't know why.
It might actually be on the last episode a year ago.
You know, growing up, we never like. Well, like I said, I never believed in Santa Claus. It wasn't Santa. I didn't even know about fucking Santa Claus.
Okay,
it was more just my
let me
grandma
say-
used to put presents under the tree.
At what age? Okay, let's just say, look, for the sake of kids just being kids, right?
Yeah.
If they believe in Santa, they believe in Santa.
Whatever, fair enough.
Because it's just for kids, yeah?
Yeah.
I remember Johnny Howard had come out one year when they were like, oh, why are we selling this lie at Easter? And Johnny Howard said, look, I fucking believed in the Easter Bunny as a kid. Like, just let kids be kids,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
It's not a religious sense. Like, just, it's part of the bullshit, yeah?
Easter egg hunt, blah, blah, blah.
At what age would you wean your children off Santa?
6.
6?
No.
Honestly, Because I only start to understand what Santa is at, like, what, 4 or 5?
Yeah, so you'd probably wean them off at
dude,
around...
Your little girl knows who Santa is, right? Sort of.
Sort of.
So, like, she knows he's a guy, but doesn't know...
I haven't given her the whole fucking lie.
Would you explain it to... If you explain it to her, would she understand?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, so at 3, 4, that's around the time when kids Jerry who Santa is. Before that, they don't fucking know. Like, blah, 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 just talking shit.
I'm thinking around maybe 7 or 8.
With Indy, though, like... I don't want to sound biased, but I feel like she wouldn't buy it. Like, she's
No,
that...
I'm not saying that she wouldn't buy it. I'm saying that she'd understand it. As in the concept of Santa.
She would understand the concept, but she'd probably think it was silly, like, I think.
Like, it's bullshit.
Yeah, like, straight up, dude.
Some
honestly,
kids know, man. Like, some kids...
She's that... She has, like, this social smartness about her,
I'm
dude.
just
Like,
picturing this. Like, he tries to sit her down and explain the theory of Santa. She's like, look, mate, I'm not buying it.
Dad, you're full of
His
shit.
daughter,
dude,
3-year-old.
legit. That's what she's
I'm
like.
not buying it. Nah. Nah.
So, you gonna give me a present or what?
I can imagine her. She'd be like look at me. She'd
You
be
know
looking
what,
at me
though?
weird.
But
Like,
when
what?
we grew up as kids, like, no one in my household said, oh, Santa Claus and stuff. It was more just, we knew it was Christmas, we had a present under the tree, and we used to have a barbecue.
Yeah.
Like, that was Christmas. It wasn't like, oh, Santa's coming and he's going to give you presents.
Yeah, some families go all out with it.
My mum,
It's like,
my mum sold the Santa theory
They
to
leave
us.
the milk and shit for the...
She sold the Santa theory to us because, like, we grew up on American TV. So, like, you know, in Home Alone, he has the fucking milk and cookies and shit. And we did that till I think I was, I don't know, like 6, 7.
I was going to say 7, yeah.
Because then I remember one year I took the piss and we put beer out. Because, like, we're in Australia. Like, I still remember, dude, I still remember that, putting beer out for Santa. And then I think that was probably the last year I did it. And again,
Santa got sloshed.
Broke his neck coming down the chimney.
Dude, I mean, do you remember the Mad magazines? Yeah, I remember there was this great. I've got to find it now that I've got all those magazines from my mum's house. I've got to find it. There was one if Santa was an Aussie, right? And it's like, and there was like a guy reading a note from Santa with an empty Christmas stock, and it said, "Mate, having no beer in the fridge counts as being bad." Like literally.
I actually ruined a kid once at primary school. I remember it, like, vividly, man. And he goes, oh, we were like 7 or 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it was just before school holidays, as in Christmas holidays. He's like, oh, yeah, Santa's going to come down and blah, blah, the chimney. I actually said to him, I remember saying this, I go, do you even have a chimney? And his face just went,
Hang on a second.
and the kid looked down and the kid ran off.
Yeah.
I never saw him again. I never saw him again, dude.
That's the other reason I find it silly, because it causes, like, this sort of... Some kids...
What, he's
like,
breaking and
division,
entering through a fucking window?
But, like, kids, like, conflicting in the schoolyard.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know,
in America, like, you can understand because it's such a big deal, but everything in America is a big deal. Halloween, Christmas, is that. But here in Australia, it's like, Santa Claus, fuck
You
that
don't
fat
give a
fuck.
fuck.
Fuck that fat cunt.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah. We do have more of that attitude, for
yeah,
sure.
and like we said the last podcast, like, Christmas has nothing to do with some fat dude coming down your chimney. Anyway, but I'm just, yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day because I was having a conversation with someone a couple of weeks ago, whenever it was, what the appropriate age is to wean them off. Because I know a family that, like, the kids still believe in the Santa thing.
How old?
And the oldest kid,
14.
the oldest kid is going to be in high school not next year, the year after.
So
Right?
grade 5.
So she'd be in grade 5 or something this year, like somewhere there.
Well, now this is the time
And
I'd
I'm
start
like-
winning it
and
off,
and
mate.
they've got a younger sibling as well.
Enough's enough.
They've got a younger sibling as well, so they're still doing it, right? And full into it. And I thought, this kid cannot be bordering high school and still believing in fucking Santa Claus. No, honestly, like that's
That's
fucked.
very detrimental to that.
Absolutely.
Parents that coddle their fucking kids, can you imagine that? Sending them to high school, still believing in Santa or like Easter Bunny and all that sort of shit? Dude,
That's fucked up.
that's fucked.
Yeah, that's not cool.
But not having the balls to actually just do it?
Yeah.
Imagine this kid being in year 7 saying, yeah, Santa's coming. He's going to be like, who?
Imagine our school, man, you get killed.
Just a punch.
Yeah, no, give me a wallet, man. Just Santa's coming. Give me your lunch money, man.
Give me your wallet. Give me your wallet, man. Shut the fuck up.
What do you got in here? $8? Cheap cunt. Throw the ball back in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to think of my brain. Like, I really, especially with the last couple of weeks, because like going through the old lady's house and finding all my old shit, I really tried to put myself into that. What was I doing in grade 5? What was I doing in grade 6? Like, your brain, your mindset. Because I remember going into high school thinking I was shit hot, but then remembering how much of a fuckwit I probably was as well. Remember you said it? Like, ages ago. You said you looked at photos of you, like, back when you were at a certain age, and you remember thinking you were a sick cunt.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it now, you're like, what a fuckwit.
What a nerd.
Yeah, what a little dog.
Yeah, what a
Like, do you know
little
what I mean?
dog. Yeah.
That's why. Like, do you reckon?
And at the time, you're just like so wrapped up like I'm a fucking badass. Like, fucking,
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I was a badass, man. Fuck you, cunts.
Come as a fugitive. You know what I mean? He had prison knuckle tats, like just. He was just driving a fucking truck.
Mate, I went straight to South Oakley Primary, straight to South Oakley Secondary.
Yeah,
that transition was pretty fucked. Yeah.
Learned the hard way quick.
Mate, real quick.
I actually drove past our school the other day.
Went no time for St. Nick down at fucking...
Mate, like I said to Dimmy, man, we always had this saying, I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, literally.
And you shut the fuck up, and you just do what you fucking told, mate.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, more and more that shit petrifies me about raising children, about, like, how quickly something could turn and just change the entire fucking mindset.
Yeah, but I think a lot's changed these days, man.
Well, do you reckon it's easier or better or worse?
I reckon it's not easier, but I reckon it's better. Probably not easier, but I reckon it's better, as in, I think the generations have just all like, our generation's done. As in, that kind of, you know, the kind of bad fucking...
What do you reckon everyone's, like, getting in line?
I reckon, man.
Softer.
Yeah, I reckon at schools now, the kids are softer. I think they're a bit softer. High schools...
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I think now, as the digital age and all this kind of stuff's come in, I think kids are more inclined to not fight. There'll always be kids fighting. But I think it's just a little bit better these days.
As a whole, it's like softer.
Yeah. Like, we used to go to school and be like, oh, I wonder who's going to get the shit kicked out of him today.
No, dude, you
know what
waiting for it, man.
Yeah, you're waiting for it. But, like, these days, I don't think that's the case.
Man,
Like, I don't think that's
I'm not even joking,
Yeah,
dude.
even driving past my old high school, I've noticed it's like cleaned up a lot. Like it's just nicer.
Yeah, you
Dude,
think it's
every
nicer.
fucking
Like,
day, you'd be walking out to the oval and you'd be waiting for someone to just get...
Oh, mate, lunchtime, you'd be rubbing your hands.
I'm not joking. I'm not that's the thing. I'm not talking up our neighbourhood.
No, man,
like
no.
We came from, like, the fucking Bronx.
It's a fact.
It's just how it was.
It's just how it was, man. You'd wait at lunchtime. You'd wait because you knew someone was going to get the shit kicked out of them. Just because, like, literally. Do you reckon that happened? Do you remember when you were going into high school and everyone used to warn you about getting your head dunked in the toilet, fucking pickpocketing you for your lunch money, all that sort of shit?
Never happened to us.
Do you reckon that happens now? I never had that happen.
I don't think it happens now.
Yeah, like
I think the consequences...
Do you reckon the threat of that is still going around? Like grade sixes?
Not as much.
You'd get little bits and pieces from, like, a smart-ass kid,
You'd get
I
a
reckon.
kid just being a cunt.
Yeah,
Not because...
not because it's a fact, like... Dude, but even when we went to high school...
Like it's not the culture anymore.
No, it's right. You know why?
You loved saying that.
You know why it's not the culture?
Culture.
You know why it's not the culture?
culture anymore.
Because every kid has been coddled.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
In a way, you know what I mean? Like, every kid's been raised to, oh, don't drink out of the hose, or don't do that, or don't... So, kids are scared to do anything.
You reckon that's what it is?
Yeah.
Man, your mate Bill
Bit
Maher had
softer.
done a piece on that.
My mate.
Your mate. He'd done a bit... He goes, can we stop having these movies about superheroes? Because you keep watching these fucking movies about superheroes, and it brings up, like, two illusions. That, one, some guy's going to save us all from everything. And B, everyone can be a superhero, and we're all superheroes. Like, everyone's invincible. Mm-hmm. Like, do you know what I mean?
Not all superheroes wear capes, Dim.
Yeah,
literally.
Dim. Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, man, that makes it right. Like,
No, that's a good point.
Because it's a big illusion. Like, every world problem we're going to have...
Fantasy. It's all fantasy.
It's some guy's in a fucking... just going to come and do it for us, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, men and women. Like, it's not...
Yeah, it gives people the mindset as a whole. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the illusion of safety. Like, we're all fine.
It'll
Anything we
be
do
okay.
It doesn't matter, it'll be fine. That, and you had a beef about movies involving cars. Can we not make people badasses for driving fast? Can we not make that the purpose? He goes, well, they just push their foot down and then the car went vroom, and that makes them like the incredible badass. Like, seriously. He goes, like the movie Baby Driver. He got through about like half an hour. I was like, this kid, he's driving fast. Is that the superhero, like, trait?
That's some sweet skills, though. Some good driving ability.
You know
To
what
be
I'm saying?
fair. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Whoever, he goes, I never turned on to, like, Hollywood Boulevard or whatever and thought to myself, this would make a killer movie, like me driving. Like, does that make sense? It's weird. I don't know. He was saying some shit like that. And then he, what was the other thing he said? Oh, that was actually something interesting he said about that too. Women will never speed away at the lights thinking they're fucking sick cunts. Like, you know, you pull up at the light and some revhead is like sitting
Come down to Frederick Alley and I'll change your mind, Bill Maher.
You reckon?
Oh, dude.
The bogan.
Dude, I've seen chicks in my area, like V8 girl and they got fucking loud exhaust in their fucking flooring
Even
and
in
shit.
the area doing Clayton stuff.
Oh, yeah,
You get the
I'm
Marias
not,
and stuff.
I'm not saying that's how it is. It's just something you picked up. Because
Yeah.
if you want to talk about stereotypes within sexes,
Yeah.
chances are, like,
Guys are way more.
A guy will drag you.
A guy will pull up at the lights, rev his fucking engine, then burn it up to like the speed limit. Just
Happened to me yesterday.
Like he's a sick
I was
cunt.
driving down Beach Road. Some douche in a Ferrari thought he was all that, and the traffic was like snail's pace. So he'd wait for the car in front of him to do a distance, and then he'd floor it for like 3 seconds, and then press his brakes. It's like, all right, dude, you got a Ferrari. Okay, we get it. It's a nice car, but just
You're still
put it back in your pants, man.
You're still a dumb cunt.
You're still a dumb cunt. Yeah.
I was a big time hoon growing up. I was bad. I don't know why, but I did.
What made you a hoon though? As in just dropping burnouts?
Just
dropping patch?
dude. Just fucking
Really?
just crazy.
You still
driving.
doing this, Dado?
No, I'm just more chill now.
You're a dad.
But back in the day, I'm a dad. I've matured.
Dad starts wearing dad pants.
Nah,
The dad gut.
I'm there, man.
No, but like, he's a dad now. Overnight transformed. Blink-182 went out the window. Bing Crosby for this season came in.
no.
What was that? Their song Dick Frisbee or something? What was it called?
Dick lips.
Dick Lips. Dick Frisbee.
Great song.
No, anyway, carry on.
What was I saying?
Being a hoon.
Yeah, just reckless driving, speeding, like doing.
Did you ever lose your
shit.
license? Did you?
Did ya? Fuck.
I was an idiot. Like,
Under the Hoon law or just points?
just like going too fast.
Yeah.
It was like way above the whatever, and
And they just took it off you.
happened twice actually.
Shit.
How long would you say?
Once when I was working at JB Hi-Fi, like I saw a cop and I knew I was speeding, so I tried to like get away. And when,
made it even worse.
when he finally caught up with me, he's like, "Oh, I was shaking, trying to keep up with you, you fucking idiot!" Right? Just like full grill, like hammered me, dude, like bad. And I lost my license then for like I think 6 months it was.
I remember.
I still drove, but I still drove. Like I was fucked.
I remember one of my mates in Adelaide was talking.
That was the culture of going.
He told me a story like that, dude, and it sounds a lot like what he was dealing with in Adelaide, like in his area. Like a lot of just petrol heads, a lot of cone heads, like shit like that. And he said a guy in a Skyline, some mate of his, a mate of a mate, had like a brand new like R33 or something, you know what I mean? Says he took it out of the dealership or whatever. He's like fanging it around. He's planted it, gone past a cop, and they've like fired up behind him. And he looked down at the gauge. It was like way over. He said, "Yeah, fuck it." He just planted it. Took him on a chase. They had the chopper out. They had everything out.
Shit.
He's like, "Fuck it. I'm gonna have this car impounded. I'm gonna lose my license for like 2 years. Go all out."
Yeah, all out. Just
Yeah.
go out with the
And
bang.
he was trying to like lose him, and eventually I think they busted him money because like they saw where he pulled into like some side street and came back later.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. I think the cops backed off, but the chopper still maintained like some form of visual.
Yeah.
And they just figured out where he was and went and knocked on his door.
Yeah, mine wasn't that glamorous. It was just like I just tried to get away. I was just trying to like dodge in and out of traffic, and he caught up with me like eventually,
How fast were you going?
pretty quick.
How
It was
long
down
ago
Canterbury
this?
Road
How long ago was this?
when I was working at JB, so I was like probably 19 or 20 or something.
So you're talking like 12, 13 years ago, whatever. 15 even. Fair enough. That's not fair enough. It's fucked, but
Oh, looking back, like I was just senseless, dude. Like we had this spot in the French Gully called the Patch, and we used to just go down
yeah,
there.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, we used to all go down there and just like have this drift circuit. Like that's how we used to get good at driving. Like,
How did no one ever like call the cops on that?
no, they came a few times, and
Yeah, but like you say, like a few times, yeah. That's like the spots in Clayton where I know deals would go down every day. Cops were never there. No, like literally, they were never there.
yeah, most of the time we had free reign of the place.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You went down there enough for it to become an institution. Surely someone said something to someone, and it became aware of the patch. How were like just undercovers not fucking just waiting there eating a sandwich? Here come 3 VLs. Like okay, sort them out. But that's the same as the drags on like Princess Highway and stuff, man. Every Friday night during summer,
highway.
the highway. I'm sitting there in my apartment, I can fucking hear him, or because I've always had, like, dude, the R31 was the worst, man, because it looked modded. Every cunt would pull up next to it and just try and fang it down, because I'd be coming back from chapel or something on a Friday night, pulling up every fucking light, and they'd be burning it down. Like, calm down, man. Like, I'm not even moving, He was like,
I always used to think like why don't the cops like have like an old RX-7 just for an example and like race alongside and then all of a sudden just go, you're busted.
yeah,
Like that never happens.
no.
Are they allowed to do that?
I don't know if they're allowed to. I remember when they had the undercovers, like the station wagons and stuff, and they at one point they had tradie vans as well.
You can sort of tell.
We actually
like,
saw one the other day.
Yeah.
It was a Ford Ranger, right? But it had the canopy at the back, and it had it just looked like your average tradie's car, and you pulled some guy over.
Yeah.
It was, you would not Yeah, sometimes you can pick an undercover with the antennas.
Yeah.
You could. I'm telling you, man, you would not pick this thing.
Oh, wow, I've
you
never
would
seen
not
that.
have picked it, and you pulled this guy over, and I'm
Shouldn't
like,
that be
oh,
the
shit.
case? Like, why have undercover cars with like 100 fucking antennas?
You can pick them a mile away.
Yeah, it
dude.
looks like, seriously, man. It looks like the Scooby Doo van, like with fucking
You can-
digital age.
you can- if you look in the back window, you can see the lights like sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
They
it's
said-
not hard to tell. That's why I always wondered, like, why don't they have like some shitty RX-7, like it's like turbo,
Yeah,
and just like
And start pulling on top, and then just put the light on top.
yeah,
jump over the dash.
the PI light.
yeah. Well, they should. It's still effective. Like they.
Maybe because they just prefer to get revenue. Like I said, we're just pulling in revenue for nothing. As in, not for nothing, but clearly my fine for running a red of $450 versus the pedophile
at 1,000.
at 1,000. Clearly, it's just an indicator of revenue.
Just a piss take.
It is. It's
That's
a
all it
mistake. It's like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, $450. Just palm it over. Don't stress.
Bit more money in the stash.
It is.
But this guy will still be at home fucking jerking it to...
What, you tell me he's got no more internet? You know what I mean? His thoughts have just gone away.
He goes to
now.
Woolies and buys a SIM card.
Yeah, you don't need to register a prepaid number. Yeah.
What shits you guys when you drive? when you're driving on the road? Like, I'm not generally pretty. Like, I don't really try and give into road rage. I'm pretty like chill. But there's one thing that fucking annoys me. What is it that annoys you guys on the road?
On the road, cunts that cut me off with no, like, just brazen, like, fuck you, you know.
I've got a few, but...
Like, literally slam, like, if I don't slam my brakes, I'll smash into the back of them.
See, I can kind of deal with that. I kind of like laugh at it. I'm
I just
like,
like, you're
this
fucked.
guy.
Like, you are absolutely fucked. Like, shit like that. Who did I fucking flip off the other day? I was driving along, and then as they've pulled up next to me, I've just gone, you fucking muppet, well done. What did they do? Oh, it was another thing like that. They was speeding. Dude, I was doing 80, and they flew past me like I was nothing. They're like weaving in and out, and then I caught them at the next lights. Like, literally, I just looked at them and go, yeah, well done, dumb cunt. Well done. Fuck off, man. Like, what did you achieve? Nothing. You nearly killed some cunt. That shits me on the road.
I was like, Dim's a dad.
Why? God, because I don't want to die on the road because
Nah,
of someone
I'm
else.
just joking.
Nah, I've got pretty bad road rage. Like, it's pretty bad. I hate cunts that don't accelerate quick enough at lights.
Ah,
Dude, like,
So far-
especially if it's a fucking turning signal. Like, if you're turning right,
but you're right on that horn straight away.
Nah,
Dude, the light goes green.
Yeah, the second it turns green, he's just watching it.
Nah.
Waiting.
Just waiting for it.
There's always that one cunt, the first car, that just takes their fucking time to accelerate. And I'm sitting there behind the wheel going, accelerate! I'm losing, man. Like,
Yep.
fucking losing. That's one of my pet hates.
Yep.
The other one is, if you're in a 60 zone, don't stick to your right-hand side and do 40.
Ding, ding, ding. That's my
You know what I mean?
fucking pet
Like,
peeve.
if you want to drive 40 Ks, go to the furthest lane
80 zone, 100
and do
zone.
whatever. Yeah.
Dude, it fucking snaps me. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one,
yeah.
They literally block off your way.
You're on
Like,
the
you
freeway.
can't get through
On the freeway,
because,
and you're like, ah!
because each lane
Yeah.
each lane has a code
Dude,
and you can't
it
get past.
fucking jacks me so hard, man.
It jabs me.
It's such a fucking simple rule. Don't go in the right lane if you don't want to overtake.
Dude,
how simple is it?
you know-
If everyone abided by that,
Exactly.
it would run so much fucking smoother.
If I'm on the freeway and I'm going the speed limit and I can see someone behind me going a bit faster, I'll go to my left so they can go through. It's not a big... But this one cunt
Yep.
is sitting there in a fucking Hyundai i30, right?
And you know what shits me even more? Do you know what shits me even more? When they won't even look into their rearview mirror.
No, they're just like...
They're just oblivious.
Yeah.
They're fucking oblivious to the fact that they're blocking you off, and you're just behind them losing your shit.
Fuck!
Fuck those people,
I
dude.
get really fucking like...
And it really annoys me because I'm really conscious of it. I will not sit in there if I'm not overtaking. Right? It's not fucking hard. Cunts.
Oh, fucking hell, man. Nuke Nukem theme, man. The sirens go off.
Get out of my fucking right lane, bitches.
No
Seriously.
shit, no shit. Like, I'm not gonna... Like, I don't intentionally sit in the right lane and block someone, you
I'm
know
so
what I mean?
conscious of it, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
so conscious of it. I'm
I
like,
get
oh,
out of the way. If I'm going 60 in a 60 zone in the right lane and someone's fucking
Yeah.
coming flying, I'll get out of
And
the
if I'm
fucking way.
turning at a signal, if I'm the first car, I punch it, man. because you know what? Because I know...
Loose tracks.
Bags it up.
You know why? Because I know how infuriating it is
Yeah.
when there's like 3 cars, but 6 cars could have gone through, but there's one fucking cunt at the front that didn't accelerate quick enough, and I'm the one cunt that gets the red light. And I'm like,
comes
you
down-
mother...
Dude, it comes down to being courteous, and people just aren't courteous.
No, people don't
and
give a
it's
fuck.
I'll tell you what,
frustrating.
one of my hates is, say it's 60 zone, I'm doing 62 or 63 in the right lane, and some cunt's up my ass, like, pushing me out of the... It's like, all right, man, give me a minute to get...
get to the left.
And they're, like, just fucking touching my bumper. I'm already speeding as it is.
Yeah.
How much faster do you want to go?
Yeah.
Like, literally, like...
Yeah, it's got to work both ways. They have to give you time to get over.
absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
Dude, if you're doing 63 on a 60 zone and you're in the right lane, you're doing faster than you should be, but you're moving. It's not like you're just planting the brakes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I see someone just pop out of nowhere.
It's usually like a tradie
Touching my fucking...
Late for a job.
Touching my fucking bumper. I'm like... Dude, and then like the fucking high beam, like, man, give me a second, like to clear the way, and then just fucking start doing the snake.
And the thing is, if you speed up for his sake, you're going to get the ticket, not him, because
I'll
he's
get the
behind you.
ticket.
He's hidden behind
exactly.
you. Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm not going to fucking lose my license because of you dumb cunt.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, there's so many fuckers
Chill.
on the road. Just be courteous and fucking just be aware of what's around
I always fucking laugh, dude. Every time I laugh,
Road rage, man. Just got me angry right
it's
now.
always a dude.
It's the only thing that snaps me.
Dude, there's always a dude in a fucking Hyundai Excel or a Lantra or some fucking mum car, man, and they're doing like 90 Ks. Like, you can hear the engine going, like they're redlining the fuck out of it. I'm in second gear and I'm doing 70 'cause it's a Japanese car. Like, dude, what are you trying to prove, man? Then you get like, they try and punch it at the lights, the car just stalls in second gear, you just put your foot down and just fucking leave them.
And they've always got the back windows, like the window tints peeling.
the bubbly window.
Yeah, bubbly and purple.
Yeah.
Got a purple shade to
And
it.
it's still got the old plates, the Garden State.
Bubbly tint.
And it's some fucked up colour and the paint's peeling.
Yeah.
And they're trying to hammer it.
They're trying to hammer it. Like, dude, it's not you're not in Le Mans, and that's not an Enzo Ferrari. Like, chill the fuck out.
How do you guys feel about the in-car cameras that point forwards? I'm thinking about getting one.
Okay, what's your motivation to get it? Carpool karaoke.
Voyeurism.
Singing the Foo Fighters.
No, because if he sees a hot chick,
He just starts to play.
he can rewind and like watch it over again and again and again.
To get the play.
Yeah, fucking no.
No.
Look at him, it's true.
What's your motivation to get it?
For a car accident?
So one of the motivations is just for aesthetics. It looks cool.
So you wouldn't even use it?
No, I'd use it. And secondly, I guess, man, just if something happens or
Safety.
if we catch something cool, like something.
You can put up on Facebook a dash cam. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
dash
Like,
cam
dude, you never know.
adventures?
You could see something insane, and no one else is going to see it. But if you have like this
What's
thing,
we going to see, dude?
A murder.
Someone jerking off at the lights?
Well, that's something you don't see every day.
I don't know, it could be
Happens to
everything.
be him.
Yeah, it's him.
Because like in Russia, when they had those meteors coming down, like the only reason they captured vision of it is because
of the
people had
dash
the
cam.
cameras.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I can see it.
Just a few, like it's a few things that could do good. So I'm thinking about getting one.
Safety would be the
Plus they
really
look
only
cool.
motivation.
'Cause if you cop the road rage and some cunt jumps out of a car and decides to jump on your bonnet, at least you've got his rego, you've got him, you've got whatever.
I think about that all the time, how I'd react to a road rage incident, because I've reacted to it before. I got chased down. I was going to work one day. I had the EA, man. So this is, 2004.
So you're planting the foot and it's like 50 Ks.
I think about that every now and then, like that morning.
Yeah.
I was driving to work. It was early morning, man. It was like 7 o'clock or some shit, maybe, like 6:37. It couldn't be any more than that because it was still fucking dark. Like dewy dark.
It was a cold winter morning.
No, dude.
Touch of
I was going
frost.
down Centre Road. I was going down Centre Road towards the traffic light, the boom gates, towards the end of exit out of Clayton towards Mulgrave.
Leaving the hood.
Yeah, and then I went past this one pit where there's always cyclists, so I've like veered a bit to the right to let these cyclists go. It's standard. Everyone in the morning knows that's where you get caught up with congestion on cunts on bikes. And this guy behind me just fucking like lost control. Like he's just gone. And like as if like I veered out like into his lane when I just like touched out. You know what I mean? Everyone was doing
And
it.
he's just totally played it up.
panicked.
And he's fucking just like fucking hammered the wheel, and I'm looking at my rearview mirror and he's like full like fucking just doing
Just skating.
fishtails, like and he's pulled up and he's screaming at me. He's like, "You didn't fucking indicate, blah blah blah." I'm like, I put my hand up, like if I did or didn't indicate, like I got his initial beep. And I've just put my hand up like,
I'm sorry.
Sorry, mate.
My bad.
But he's like kept fucking hammering the horn, the lights, like pulled up behind me. And he fucking followed me all the way. Like turned up McNaughton Road, got to the corner of McNaughton where Bosch is to turn on to Princess Highway. I'm in the EA, right? I'm fucking like 19. Like, do you know what I mean?
Timid.
He's come up from behind, like he's gotten out of his car at the lights.
Fragile.
He's got out the lights, and he starts screaming, "You didn't fucking indicate you could have killed me." I go, "Relax, man." I go, "I didn't kill anyone." I put my hand up.
I said sorry. What more do you want from me?
"Oh, fuck you didn't fuck it." Like, and he started punching the fucking window. And I just looked at him, and I was like, he was out of his mind. His eyes were fucking red, like he was losing it. I looked at him, like, "Can you fuck off? Like, what are you doing?" He's like, "Whoa, get out of the fucking car." I'm looking out of shit. Like, what the fuck is your problem? Looked up, the light went green, I just punched it. Like, yeah, fuck him. Booted it away, and that strip of Princess Highway from McNaughton Road down to, say, further, not as far as Springy Road, but where the servo is, like, just after the Homemaker Centre. He got in his car as well. He started chasing me. I've literally, this is early in the morning, there's traffic everywhere. In order to lose him, I like swung into the service road. This is an EA, dude, and I was doing like 130k an hour, easy.
This is a big car.
Body roll. Body roll for days.
Like, because I knew the road, thought, fuck him, I'm going to lose him. So I like swung into the service road, just run straight through it, like ignoring stop signs, lights. Because I knew that if I went down Prinny Highway, there's lights, but if I went down the service road, there's no lights. So this cunt's like, hidden Princess Highway, cop of traffic sees me move, so he swerves behind me. Last second, like, instead of turning left, I fucking just fanged it back on a Princess Highway.
The old sneaker.
Yeah, cunt's like losing it, trying to catch me. Blared it into the yard of the warehouse, the factory. Punched it through, like, there's cunts everywhere with trucks, forklifts, and they just seen my EA just fly in, like, literally do, like, a Transformer move, you know what I mean? Pulled it into the yard, and everyone straight away panicked, because, like, we don't do that. Like, you don't drive into the yard, into where the loading bays are and stuff. And I've jumped out. Everyone's come walking out like, what the fuck's going on? This lunatic's driven into a yard, doesn't know where he's going, right? No idea who I am, no idea where I work.
Blind rage.
Just driven into a yard and fucking stormed right at me like, "What are you fucking..." And I just stood up like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was young, man, like 19 and shit. And he starts fucking pushing me, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's come out like, "Calm down, mate. Like, what the fuck's the issue? You fucking cut me off. You could have killed..." I didn't cut anyone. Okay, if I did, I fucking waved. I didn't fucking see a wave. Okay, well, I fucking did. That's not my fucking problem if you didn't see it. And eventually, like, enough boys and, like, truckies and shit all just came out, just stood around and like, "Look, mate, you better fuck off." Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, he's apologised. Well, what do you want? Like, fuck off. "Oh, you're lucky you work here." Otherwise, dude, it was fucking half my size. Like, literally half my size. Man, he's
But what are you
firing
going to
up.
do? Like, bash some kid because, like, he accidentally, like, cut you off?
Literally.
He's, like, young kid, like, learning
Dude,
to drive.
Not even joking.
What a fuckwit.
Yeah. And then, like, I was pretty rattled up. Like, I was
Fuck people like
shaken
that,
up.
dude.
And the guy's like, "Dude, that guy's eyes were fucking red. At 6:30 in the morning, it looks like he either just got off the bongs or he just stopped drinking. Like, he was fucked."
Probably not the bongs because he's probably more placid.
Yeah. Dude, he was fucked.
Could have been on speed, could have been on...
Yeah, if I was by myself and didn't get to go into that warehouse filled with, like, dudes I worked with, the fuck knows what could have happened, man?
Maybe he just walked in and his missus getting ploughed.
Maybe.
You never know. But that's fucked. Like,
Dude, to veer out of a lane to avoid a cyclist and then cop that,
yeah.
but that's insanity, dude.
Yeah.
You can't teach that in a driving test. No, I'm serious.
no, you can't.
It goes the same with, like, forklift driving and shit like that, man. Have you ever tried getting a forklift license? Have you ever looked into it?
Yeah.
Dude, the written test is literally 4 hours of, like, just rubbish. Like, it's rubbish. Like, literally rubbish. Anyone could fucking do it. Then you do the driven test, pick up this pallet, put it down, put the fork in reverse, put it in forward. There you go.
Pretty much can't fail.
Yeah, dude, you are now a forklift driver. Where's your $200? We're done. Dude, that's fucked. Because then you take that, this guy's never driven a fork in his life, then comes to somewhere where, like, we work, where it's high turnover,
High intensity.
high demand, high intensity, even where I struggle sometimes. And they're, like, killing cunts. I wonder how it happens.
Yeah.
Dude, how is someone like that allowed to get a fucking driver's license, man?
Yeah.
Like a lunatic.
Or even people that drive and are just completely oblivious of their surroundings.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
Did the tester not notice that you aren't aware of what's around you?
Dude, you know how before how I said women, like, are less likely to be hoons at the wheel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what women are, though? And this is 100%. I don't care if I'm sounding sexist or biased, but this is legit. This is legit. 9 times out of 10 I see it, and I've known women personally that have been involved in accidents like this. They have no sense of the laws of physics and momentum, and they're driving a little fucking Getz or a little fucking Lanos, and they pull in front of a fucking semi doing like 90.
Yeah, and they get rear-ended.
Yeah, and then they slam the brakes. Look, what are you doing? Like, you think the truck is going to just stop on a dime because you slam the brakes?
That car doesn't stop as quick as yours.
That car's going to take 300 metres to slow down.
And take you and about 5 other cars.
Yeah. Dude, I know someone that was in an accident purely because they're on the Monash, they're doing like 90, see like a line of trucks in peak hour traffic, so they thought, I'll be smart and like change 3 lanes from left to right and go around the truck.
just
only to find a stack of cars just all banked up in thing.
Yeah.
Slammed straight into the back of whoever was there.
Yeah.
The car's going to stop like it's made out of Velcro, you know? And that's it.
Just wrap itself around the car.
No,
Yeah,
that's
like,
it.
so you feel like there should be some sort of like defensive driving course that you have to do, like
A defensive driving course for everyone compulsory.
to learn about how your car reacts at certain
Yeah.
speeds and how it stops.
But dude, let me ask you a question.
You don't really learn any of that shit, do
Dude,
you?
how old were you when you first got behind the wheel of a car?
I can tell you exactly how old I was.
How old? Like literally your first experience getting behind the wheels of a car.
What do you mean, like illegally, not on my...
Illegally, whatever. Like I'm talking like physically, as young as
You
can
jumped
remember.
in the front seat of a car
Yeah, whether you were
and
by
and
yourself,
put it in drive.
whether you were by
and-
yourself or with your dad or with an uncle or whatever. When was the first time you sat
I know
down?
Dad sat me on his lap a couple of times. When I
No,
was young.
you by yourself.
By myself. It would have just been legit when I was 16 and got my learners or whatever.
Yeah, right. What about you?
I was 11.
11?
Yeah. I was about 10 or 11.
Where were you? Do you remember? Like,
At my papu's house.
Yeah?
Yeah. I jumped in because Con had bought a car to do up, little Jimmy.
Yeah.
And I grabbed his keys and I drove it down the street with no one there. My yell was inside cooking, so she didn't fucking know.
Yeah.
So I grabbed his keys and I drove the Jimmy down the street and back, and no one knew a thing.
Badass.
I loved cars though. I loved like motorbikes and cars. So
Yeah, me too.
to me,
I
it was
wasn't-
like-
I used to change the gears for my dad in the car.
Oh, I like to teach you how
From
to.
as young as I can remember, he used to always get me to change
Put it
the
in
gears
this
for him.
and do
like,
this.
as he was driving, I'd be
Yeah.
sitting in the passenger seat and I was
Yeah,
just
I had
changing the
that.
gears.
I had that. Yeah.
just to get the momentum of like the mechanic.
The mechanics. He'd
Yeah.
teach me that from, like,
Dude,
yeah.
I remember being like 5 years old or 6 years old, whatever, sitting in his lap and turning from down the street into the driveway, into my mum's house. Dude, that driveway is narrow as fuck. Like I'm talking, cunts would come there and they would never park in the driveway because, you've seen it. It's
Oh, yeah.
Tried to get the van down there last week.
yeah, it's narrow,
And it was like,
narrow,
I
and
had
steep.
this much.
Yeah, narrow and steep. I learned how to turn into that from the street, 6, 7 years old,
Yeah.
sitting on my dad's lap, obviously. And then I remember when I got my learners and we went for the first drive. He's like, "All right, turn into the house." I'm like, "Man, I'm panicking." He's like, "Fuck you." He goes, do it once, and then you'll just get easier every single time."
Priceless lesson.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Same thing with the hook turns in the city, in the CBD. We went for a drive with the old man when I got my learners, and he's literally like, we've fucking gone like we went through the Dandenong Ranges, like all the way there, then we ended up in the city. It's like, we're going in the city now, you need some like traffic, And I remember we hit the first hook turn. He goes, "All right, line up for the hook turn." I go, "Oh, man, I don't want to do a hook turn." I go, "I'm fucking panicking and shit."
Do that, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "It's fucking easy." He goes, "You'll get it once and you'll never worry about it." And I did it. I'm like, "Shit, that's fucking easy." And that was it. Dude, sitting in my Mildura, the farm, sitting in my dad's lap as a kid, like 7, 8 years old. He's like, we've got like an old Isuzu Jeep out there, my uncle's old Jeep. And he's like changing gears and showing me how they work. And then like I'm handling this little shitty Jeep and like dirt fucking
Bouncing all over the place.
yeah, bouncing everywhere, man.
Yeah,
And like I'm just learning the mechanics of the fucking car. Dude, how many people do you know, guys and girls, literally go for their learner's tests and
It's the first time they've ever been.
It's the first time they've ever fucking been behind the wheel.
Man, I remember I used to eat into my mum's Chimera in the backyard and doing doughies.
Yeah.
And I was like
Reverse
13.
doughies.
Yeah, but you learnt the mechanics of the car.
Absolutely. And that's when I learned how to change a battery. I learned how to change a tyre. I did it all myself. I learned how to, put petrol. And
that was one of the first things my old man taught me as well.
You know what I mean? Like,
Changing
just
the
shit
tyre.
like that. And all the kids.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, dude. These, like, especially women, right? Like, I'm not being sexist, but women are fucking really guilty of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not in their interest as much as it is guys.
Yeah, or just weren't exposed to it, or for
Weren't
whatever
exposed
reason,
to it,
get a
didn't
chance.
care about it.
They turn 18, and then they get their learners things, and they've only ever driven a car doing 45k an hour in a car park, and then, yeah, okay, here you go, you're fully licensed.
Good luck.
Literally, man.
Don't have a crash now.
But then they're driving in XLs and they're fucking slamming in front of semis doing fucking 90k an hour. Like, what are you doing? Then I don't understand why the stack. Do you remember like a couple of years ago, my old man hit the driver on Princess Highway?
Yeah.
Dude, the old man's called me up. He's like, "Come out here. I've been in an accident." I'm like, "What's wrong?" He goes, "I'm all right. Are you sure?" "Yeah, I'm fine. Just come out here." He went to near the junction, right? Like on Prinny Highway. This girl, this like 18, 19-year-old girl, like a tiny little fucking Fiesta or some shit, tried to do a Yui on Princess Highway during peak hour or whatever. My old man was leading the charge. He was in like a Navara. This Navara had like a lift kit on it, big bull bars, like brand new shiny Navara.
This thing would take out a
This thing was
fucking-
massive, yeah. And he was leading the pack coming out of Springvale Junction towards Dandenong. And at the last second, she's just decided to pull out and fucking into the oncoming traffic. Cleaned her up. Thank God, like,
fucked up.
she was alright. Like, she was fine, but she was in shock and shit. And then I heard, I got there, and then the old man's explaining to me what happened and stuff. And then she's lost her shit while I was there because like her parents rolled up, ambos are there, fire trucks, like everyone's there, and she's lost her shit. She's like, "You came out of nowhere." Came out of nowhere.
I was
That's
driving.
the lights, and I was the front of the pack. Like literally, 20 cars were behind me. I came out of nowhere. What do you mean? Like she was losing her shit.
Yeah.
And then I remember the paramedics and the fucking everyone else talking about it as well. Like what happened? Like the fire trucks rocked up and they were trying to get some answers. And then one of the paramedics or the fire dudes were like, apparently he came out of nowhere. And then the other's like, oh, it's unlucky he was driving. Maybe if he was driving something a bit bigger, she might have seen it.
Yeah.
Dude, the bar was the size of a house.
Probably the size of the fire truck, man.
And then I remember, like, my old man was talking to her parents and stuff, yeah? And she was freaking out. My old man's doing everything he can to calm her down. He's like, look, don't worry about the car. The car's a car. It's fine. As long as you're okay, I'm okay. Don't worry about it. Accidents happen. Like, he was just talking it down. But her parents were like, to my old man later, they're like, yeah, this is like the third car she's wrecked in like 7 months. Literally. Literally, she was on her last leg. She'd been involved. She'd literally ridden off like 3 cars.
Time to their parents give her a year bus pass. Just fucking take the bus.
Just keep giving her cars. Like, bitch, she needs to do a defensive driving course. She needs some form of...
Some sort of training.
Clearly.
Extensive training.
I love it. The parents. Yeah, this is like the third car.
Dude,
She's ridden off in 7 months.
I'm not even joking.
And lucky she's not dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 3 accidents in 7 months, and lucky she's not fucking dead, man.
Yeah,
Well, can I say, since 18, I've never been involved on the road in an accident with another car.
Touch wood.
Yeah, touch wood. But I've been involved in many accidents, and all of them weren't my fault. I mean, like, the other day, I still have to contest that fucking last one.
Your fault.
Yeah, my fault. This idiot came flying out of a servo, cut me off, and then I went around him and he just followed through with his turn.
Yeah.
Like, really, that's my fault.
Have you made the dramatisation tape yet?
Yeah. I've got to do it. No, Shannon sent me that letter again. I've got to contest it again. It's fucked. But the first accident I was ever involved in that I was in, I was driving my mum's car, a little laser sedan with like a brand new engine. It was fucking the funnest car I've ever driven in my life.
Is that the red one?
No, it was white.
Dude, I had a white TX3 was my first car.
Yeah, no,
Ford
it
Laser.
wasn't.
It was
It
great.
wasn't a hatch. It was a 4-door little, like a little
Yeah,
Civic.
yeah, I know the one. I know.
Dude, go-kart.
Yeah.
Go-kart. It had like 20,000 in the engine. It was fucking incredible.
Manual.
No, actually, that wasn't. It wasn't, unfortunately. But, dude, I was sitting at fucking Centre Road, about to turn into the side street where our high school used to be, right near his grandparents' house. Evening, like, I needed to go to Oakley or something. And my mum said, oh, can you go to Oakley and pick something up for me? I said, yeah, I'm going. I'll go get it for you. She goes, I'll take my car. You know, you're doing me a favour. Like, don't take yours. Take mine. I'm like, okay, cool. No dramas. Peak hour traffic. I'm sitting there waiting to turn off into a side street. There's a car in front of me. I'm just sitting there waiting, right? I get this fucking bang from behind. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, 'cause I'd only been driving for like, 4 months or something, yeah? Bang from behind.
New bowl.
Yeah, I freaked out. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, because when a car accident, you freak out because it's something you don't actually experience.
Yeah,
It's like,
you just, it's like
just
a...
surreal.
Yeah, it's surreal.
I'm
It's
like,
surreal.
what the fuck? And I've turned my head to like look behind me, like just like, what the fuck was that? I get hit again into the guy.
What?
Into the
Backed
guy.
up and just
into
went
the
for another
guy in
shot.
front of me, right? We've both been pushed into like oncoming traffic now,
Give me the pinball.
dude. So we've followed through with the roll to get out of the way of incoming traffic.
Dude,
into
get
the
out
side
holding your
street.
neck.
And limping.
To get out of the way of incoming traffic, we rolled into the side street, yeah? I jump out, guy in front of me jumps out, he goes, you alright? I go, I'm alright. Are you okay? He's like, yeah. We both turn and look on the road, there's an old man, fucking God knows how old, like older than time, just fucking
Father time.
dude,
It was Father
hunched
time.
over his wheel, the whole front end is bashed in, shit leaking everywhere, like coolant and shit would have been going everywhere. He was oblivious.
He's still turning.
He's just staring ahead, and then he just took off. Dude, I'm like, what the fuck? I look back at the other guy in front of me. He's like, what the fuck? He goes, quick, give me your number. I'm like, all right. So I quickly score my number down. He gave me his number, and I just punched it into my phone. He goes, that it? He goes, that's it. I'm going after him. Fuck this. Jumped in his car, went looking for him, and he ended up like, he must have turned off down a side street or something, because he didn't see him. He couldn't find him.
Gone into the night.
But dude, I got rear-ended twice. Twice by an old man.
And then he just takes off all calm.
Yeah. Bye, laddies.
Dude, he didn't even jerry to what had happened. He would have had no idea where he was. Yeah. And in the end, the car got ridden off, and we had to pay the excess because I technically got hit. I hit the guy in front of me, and then but because I got hit from behind, the guy from behind would have been liable for both the entire accident.
Yeah.
But we couldn't get him. He disappeared.
How old are we talking? Father Time, you said, yeah.
647.
Father Time was Methuselah the third, man. I'm like,
My grandma's still driving, little Toyota Echo.
How old is she?
She's like 92.
Did she just drive to the shops?
is she
and stuff?
aware though? She's starting to slip.
Yeah, it's like my mum was saying, like, I don't know how much longer she should be driving for.
Dude, there's got to be a law, man. There has to be a fucking law. Dude, I saw that old teacher of ours from high school the other day.
Yeah.
I'm going through fucking Malvern. I just
Can't
saw
believe
this,
she's still got that
dude,
car.
I saw this blue Volvo pass by through the intersection dead slow, and this like gargoyle just fucking hunched over the wheel. Just hunched over the wheel. I went, hey man. And that's what I tried calling him straight. I go, Malaka, is this the license plate for blah blah blah? He's like, yeah, that's the right license plate. I go, man, I just saw her. She was out of it when we were in high school 20 years ago.
She's still going.
She went through the intersection. She was completely oblivious to anyone around.
It's like a time bomb just waiting to go off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But then, look, if she, like, touch wood, she hits someone
forget
or
it.
something happens, who's going to get the blame for it? Seriously.
Volvo.
Oh, yeah, they're recalling that Volvo.
The 1984 fucking...
But they wonder how they can avoid
Royal Blue Volvo.
It is.
Royal Blue.
It is.
It is. It's fucked. Dude, she's had the same car for 20 years. And how old was that car?
That thing was beaten up when we were in
That
school.
car was fucked in 97.
That thing is just all bog.
Bogged
Just
up.
bogged up, man. Builder's bog. and-
Bogged up to the tits.
Yeah, and
I'm
just
not-
painted with a handbrush.
I'm not even joking, man.
Like a paintbrush.
Yeah, man.
That thing's fucked.
Dude, that thing's fucked. And that's the thing.
Wonder if she services it regularly.
Dude, my car, and that's the other thing that pisses
Every
me off.
5,000?
My car got fucking canaried for not being up to scratch. I had to bring it down to stock, eventually getting rid of it because it just killed the spirit of the car. Right? I spent $2,000 on it. You're telling me her car is still roadworthy?
Dude, no fucking... Dude, that wasn't roadworthy when we were in
car was
school.
not roadworthy.
But she'll never get looked at.
No.
I remember, one thing I remember about her car, her exhaust was falling off when we were in school, and someone had tied something so it could just...
Yeah.
It was just hanging there.
Yeah.
The exhaust. So someone had tied something like a rope, so her exhaust was just swinging.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not joking. For real.
Dude, what model Volvo was that car?
It's like a 1980-something, man.
It'd have to be 80.
Oh, station wagon or sedan?
Station wagon.
Station wagon. With the roof racks.
I know the one. I
It's
know
such
the
a filthy car, man.
Dirty
It's
ass.
a filthy car. But that's what shits me, yeah? That
Plain
car
and
was,
simple, it's a
dude,
dirty
that
car.
car was falling apart literally 1997 when we started high school. It was a joke. It was a running joke with
Actually,
everyone.
maybe it was a bit...
And there it is. You just see it
Dude,
again.
I saw it on the road 2 days ago with a driver that had completely oblivious to anything on the road.
Yeah.
You're
Like this thing.
Yeah, man, that's the one.
Oh, that old one. Oh,
Dude,
my
what year
God.
is that car?
That's 88.
88.
Dude,
that car.
that is a filthy
Dude,
car.
that car is 30 years old, and I swear to Christ, it was fucked 20 years ago.
Family friends of ours had that car and it had full blue interior.
That's what her car would have looked like
That's
brand new.
exactly what it would have looked like. The fucking Volvo. But that's what I'm saying, dude. Not only was she out of her mind, she had dude, she just sailed through this intersection at 20k an hour. I'm like, holy fuck, okay, that's the teacher. But then you look at the car's over 30 years old, and don't tell me she was really mechanically sound and like changed her own spark plugs every week.
Yeah, she's there with the
Yeah.
rag over her
she
shoulder.
Had, she, had a
changing the wheel.
hoist, she had a hoist in her house, you know what I mean?
Just keeping it A1.
Dude, you're gonna
Just
die.
brass alloy heads, you
You're
know?
gonna die.
That's it.
$1,500.
That's it. Dude,
You buy
I got
it,
canaried. I was part of a fucking I was part of a national car club, like with
With a
lifetime
car that
membership.
handles great.
Yeah,
It handles great.
which was serviced regularly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you needed to have a car that was in good nick in order to be affiliated with this club. They
Yeah.
didn't want to have shitters on the road. And I got canaried,
Yeah.
man, for 2 fucking bald tires. I
Yeah.
got canaried, eventually costing me over $2,000 and having to fucking get rid of the car. You're telling me that thing with that fucking, what's it called, that mummy behind the wheel, you're telling me that's not a liability on the fucking road?
Dude, that's fucked up.
No, it's sad.
That's
Like-
yeah.
And her hair's always in her face.
Yeah. That's the thing, dude. She was blind as a bat.
Cousin
20
It.
years, dude,
Cousin It
she was
style.
blind as a bat 20 years ago.
She couldn't see.
She couldn't see then. You tell me her eyesight got better? She just got her cataracts done and
In 20 years.
some fucking eagle vision, you know what I mean? Just seeing shit like the Terminator. Just, you know, male, fucking 180.
Cyborg guys. They got switched out with cyborg guys. That
Yeah,
must
no,
be it.
clearly. She's fucking Android now.
That photo you brought up reminded me of, like, some cars have the windscreen wipers.
Yeah,
on the head.
yeah, I know. That's what it was.
on the lights.
How ridiculous is that, man? Like, windscreen wipers on your headlights.
Yeah.
Like, really? The light's not going to shine through a bit of water.
That's just what bells and whistles they threw to people in the 80s.
Yeah, like,
Oh my
ooh.
god, it's got wipers on the lights. I'm going to buy
The
that.
interior comes with Wi-Fi. What are you talking about?
And if you buy it today, we'll throw in a case of steak knives.
For the car? It's got these knives floating around the back seat.
Sliding all over the joint.
instead of a toolbox, you got steak knives. Nah, it's shit, dude. But that's what I'm saying, man. No one fucking monitors that shit. I was just going to say, my time is up. I don't know
Yes. Oh, is that your?
how much parking you guys got left?
We're in the warehouse.
Oh, yeah, both of you are.
I'm not on the street like your common peasant.
Nah, it's 2 o'clock, so fuck, man.
Yeah, we should probably wrap it up.
I need to go get a haircut.
I'm going to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get a chance to.
I need a haircut because we've got the Christmas party tomorrow.
A Christmas party?
Wings of distinction, just dinner. Like getting all the.
Probably dressing up as Santa for it, you told me before.
Are you serious?
It's doing the entertainment.
Can you imagine his Santa?
Juggling and shit.
Just like a fake beard, a Santa hat, and a Metallica singlet.
And a smoke.
What do you want for Christmas?
And you're
I
waiting-
want. That's enough. Get the fuck off.
Doesn't even get the words out. Like, I want.
Next.
Yeah. I have to ask you guys, are we going to do one next week?
Yeah.
Hang on, what's the date today? Today's the 13th, so next week is the 20th, meaning that'll be the last one. Next week will be the last one for Christmas. Christmas
Yeah.
is on a Monday.
Yeah.
Would you want next week?
Yeah. Ho ho ho, motherfuckers.
Are your shifts changing for next week or not? I don't know. I don't think mine are. I should be
I'm basically on call, dude.
Yeah. All right. We'll aim to get one done next Wednesday.
Yeah.
With all good intentions.
I don't care what time of the year it is.
That doesn't mean anything to us.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
It's on Christmas Day. Fuck it.
I'll do it on
Dude, I
Christmas
will
Day.
come on Christmas Day. I'm not doing anything else.
I'm playing
Nah, I'm going to be swimming in a pool in Mount Eliza. Blow me.
I might have to hit you up on that one, man.
Dude, I told you.
I might.
Come on down.
Dude, I don't know what I'm doing this
Come for a swim and just chill.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Because it's mad, because Con's house has got a massive plot of land.
Yeah.
He's got the pool, but he's got a massive tree in the yard. So kids play cricket, play football, go for a swim.
Automatic wiki rule? Does it apply? Does it apply? or not?
No.
I'm actually
One hand, one
dying-
bounce, no?
One
I'm
hand, one
dying
bounce.
to play backyard cricket right now.
Dude, we've got it all set up.
Hey, just quickly, did you always have some tosser that always suggested to play French cricket?
What the hell's
No.
French cricket?
What the fuck's that?
You guys don't know what French cricket is?
No.
Dude, look at us. Are you serious?
What is it?
French cricket.
No, what is it?
What the fuck's
It's
French
like where you
cricket?
stand there with the bat, like, in front of your legs.
No.
What?
And they, like, throw it and you got to tap it. It's fucking weird.
No,
Have you ever heard
no.
of French cricket?
No.
Who the fuck plays French cricket? The French,
No.
obviously, but...
I don't know.
Bulgarians.
I don't know where it comes from, but it was always a
No,
thing
dude,
where-
seriously. I've
Who the
never-
fuck would
Let's-
suggest to play French cricket?
Oh, always
this is
the-
Australia.
Mate,
Always
we
the
line
tosser.
up. I try to slug my 8-year-old cousin, mate. He bowls and I smack him for fucking 12.
Yeah.
We should go to the Nets one day.
let's do it.
I've got a proper cricket ball at home.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Like, I'm talking legit cricket ball.
guy.
Bitches, don't bitch out.
You
don't be
can't
scared.
use a legit
Bitch
cricket in
out.
the middle of summer in the nets. I want to play with thongs on and fucking
Are
singlet.
you
I wanna
medium
have
pacer or a spinner?
Look at the face.
What do you think?
They call him the Gully Express.
Exactly. Fast motherfucker.
What, 80Ks, 90Ks?
I don't know.
Yeah, watch. He hasn't bowled in years. Throws a first one.
Just catch your shoulder.
Chucks it out. The elbow just pops out.
Ready for this, guys? Watch my stamina.
I'm just
The ball comes to me anyway. I smack it back at his head.
He's on the ground.
Well, there goes cricket for
Yeah,
us.
well, thanks for having us out.
Oh, I was going to tell you. There's a Big Bash game, right? Tuesday night on the 2nd of January. Let's do it.
Second of Jan.
Yeah.
Post New
Tuesday
Year's
night.
Day.
Tuesday night.
All right.
I signed up for Ticket Tech so I can buy some tickets online.
Well, none of us will be working on the Wednesday.
No, that's what I'm saying. We can come back in for the pod.
And I comment on the
cricket.
on the game the next day.
Yeah, done.
Your analysis of the Big Bash.
It's the. It's actually the.
I feel like Watson just wasn't on his game today.
It's actually the
Wasn't
Melbourne
running hard enough between
Stars.
stumps.
Well, it's actually the Melbourne Stars versus the Brisbane Heat.
Oh, we're gonna fucking fuck Brisbane. Fuck you, cunts. Gonna smash you.
Dude, there was something. I can't remember what episode it was. It was like a month or two ago. We were talking about Stephen Quartermain commentating. And you've just done the voice. I heard it in the edit better than I did in the day we did it. I'll find it once we're out of here. I'll look for it while he's.
Was it dirty? It would have been dirty,
It
right?
was so fucking
Dirty ass,
hilarious.
yeah.
I've got to find it. Alright. Okay, well, how long have we been gone?
Fucking 10 hours? I don't
10 hours? No,
No,
go on.
Mystic. You Mystic. Fucking.
Go, give us a prediction.
Mystic Legend?
Mystic
oh,
fan.
okay. Oh, well. 3:30 on the dot.
Nah, we passed after 10. We didn't start till after 10:30. So I'm thinking 3 hours and 21 minutes.
3 hours and 15 minutes. Sorry, man.
10 minutes off slut.
I was off by
5
6.
minutes.
I was up by 5 minutes.
15 minutes. Whatever.
I was going to say, in the spirit of us not giving money to Wikipedia, can you please like, share, and follow? That's the only way we'll ever get money.
We will accept donations.
Dude, it's a bag of bread.
Something. Milk. Long life.
Can you imagine a bag of bread? Just rolls up like a Safeway bag.
That's a present.
Here you go, Duke Leverage, enjoy.
We like some cheese and bacon rolls.
Oh, man, I could kill one.
Smash this cheese and bacon
I'm going
roll.
to go to Oakley, I might buy cheese and bacon.
Actually, I bought some of those the other day.
Yeah? They're sick,
From
man.
the Mountain Gate Bakery.
Mountain
What?
Gate.
Baker's Delight?
Nah. Little mum and pa's.
I know the guy that owns the mountain.
$8.
Mum and pa.
Yeah. Cheese and bacon rolls.
Yeah, they'll charge you like fucking $10 for one.
It was on like the specialty table. It was like 8 for like $5.
Oh, so it's the reject from the day before.
8 for $5. I was
Yeah.
like, that's alright.
All the stale shit.
Yeah. And
It was soft as fuck.
Yeah, it'd be the day before stuff.
It was soft and tender and luscious.
Because legally you're not allowed to resell it as fresh on shelf. So you have to
Yeah, they have like
sell
a
it
little
as
trestle table set up with like slightly older.
Oh, Johnny, you're back. Johnny's like cleans up.
That's all he does, just buys the specials off the Mountain Gate.
How long's this loaf been here? 3 days. I'll take it.
You got something a bit
So
older.
I actually went and bought pies and donuts, and I just saw them. And I was like,
It's just getting more and more nutritious.
Anyway.
Yeah, I felt like such a scum. I was saying Nick before, I was at Safeway really late last night. I was craving ice cream with pineapple, so I bought like ice cream and pineapple. Then
ice
I
cream
realised,
last night, chocolate eclair today. What is going on?
Dude,
Michael?
yeah, I was just going to say, I feel like
Stress.
the biggest scumbag.
Stress.
I've had a lot of sugar, like in the last week. I've run out of everything in the fridge, so I bought like 2 Red Bulls, 2 Maximuses. Fucking, there was something like a tub of ice cream. It was just ridiculous, man.
You're pregnant.
Sounds like it.
I'm craving sugar. No. Anyway, all right. We'll wrap it up, everyone. Fuck, I need to bring something in to hang this motherfucker up.
Kenny.
seriously.
Who, Kenny?
Hey, how good does Red Bull taste? Just for the record, that is the best flavour.
It's
of all
fucking
time.
sweet as. I just
Oh.
realised we've got to change the
Yeah,
Putin.
I've been looking at Putin for the last half an hour.
Yeah, Putin is changing to December.
And it must be
This is
serious.
the best. This is the best photo. Out of all.
Just
Father time.
Father time. Father time.
Time, full circle, man. What a boss,
Dude, what a head, man.
Who do you reckon he's looking at there while he's tapping his watch?
Just,
At a hooker.
yeah, some wench.
At a hooker, giving him a copy.
I think it's time. I'm
Another hour.
I'm gonna start watching Putin docos again, man.
man.
And interviews. It's been a while, man.
How articulate is he?
Oh, he's a sick cunt. Dude, it's Putin.
That's a power tie, man.
Look at him.
Oh, hail Putin.
I'll take a photo for everyone.
Yeah.
But again, everyone, please like, share, follow Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. The only way we can get this word out is if you share. All it takes is one little like.
Money, bread, cheese and bacon rolls.
Again, if you have any questions, etc., please send them in. Requests, yada, 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 topics. We're going into Christmas. Everyone, yeah, just wait for it, for the fat man with the sack.
When you're
I'll have a special song for next week for Christmas.
Can I just say, when you're on
It's
the
a medal.
roads, when you're on the roads visiting family, just remember to just go slow,
Just take it
your
easy.
time,
Just take it easy.
think of each other out there.
Says the reformed hoon. Seriously. I want that Volvo now.
It's not worth it.
$1,500, man.
Dude, our family friends had one. It had blue leather interior. The whole interior was blue, like this light blue. It was disgusting.
She used to put blue through her hair, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was fried.
People do that when they turn nutty.
Dude,
She turned that in
20
like
years ago.
45. No, she'd be.
She was over 45.
No, she'd be about probably close to 80 now.
She would have to be 80. Dude, she was she was easy.
Still driving the Volvo.
I'm not even joking.
Nah, dude,
We've
that's
talked
not-
about it before. She had to have been in
And
the 60s.
I'm not going to say her number plate, but her number plate's iconic. You know what it is when you see it.
Old slut.
OLD, SLT.
OLD, SLT.
Actually customized plates. You're fine.
On that note,
On that note, call it.
Duke Leverage out.